and we are live.
All right, now do something you can't do on live.
We are live. We're not going to do that. Welcome, everybody, to Into the Backlog. Tonight, we'll be going over a couple different topics. First off, we're going to go over. Do I hear an echo?
I don't think so.
I can lower my volume in case it's me somehow, but I don't think it is.
There was like a delay in the echo too. But anyways, we are going to be covering Jump Festa news.
Put my
What happened again? Hold on, let me get out, and I'll come back in.
Okay. Yeah, well, just to jump off of what Fabian was saying, we're going to be covering
here.
Oh yeah, we stay professional here in Into the Backlog, where we never mess up and totally aren't learning as we go. But anyway, we are going to be talking about Jump Festa 2022 and the upcoming anime season for winter 2023, which, damn, man, this year, I don't know about you, Marty, but this year's been... the season, like, I thought fall was stacked, but then I looked at
it's somehow worse just because there's so many sequel shows.
Yeah, dude, like I was looking at it briefly, and I got like maybe 18 shows that have new seasons that I've watched.
I'm back. I realized what happened. I had the actual like live stream on another tab, so that's obviously always going to be delayed based on what we're saying.
I got you.
Now you're the bottom backlog.
Yeah. So, anyways, welcome to Into the Backlog. We're going to be going over Jump Festa news, and then we will be taking a look at the winter lineup for anime season.
I almost did that when I was making the thumbnail, but I was like, wait, that's wrong.
No. We're in 2023.
Because we live in the Midwest, so
yeah,
like the fall, like I feel like by the time the fall season drops, like we get more winter out of the fall. Like the season turns into winter more than it is the fall season, in my eyes. Like
it's negative where we live.
Exactly. So
yeah,
been around a little bit, and
I can feel the cold through the walls.
But anyways, if you want to throw up, we'll start out talking about what we have been trying to dig out of the backlog this week.
Okay. Who wants to go first? Marty, you look very eager.
Marty looks excited. Looks like he wants
to what you been up to, Marty?
Nothing. I've been surviving. But well, what did I do? Did I read Twin Star last time? I don't think I did. I think I did that since the last video.
Yeah, that's something you did.
I binged on Twin Star because someone brought on conversation, and now I'm back waiting like everyone else for that sweet, delicious drop of story the next month. But it was great. I enjoyed it greatly. I never hated the series to begin with. So that was 20-ish chapters or something. Baby numbers, but they're all like 40 pages, which is cool. Other than that,
it'll be a big binge read for me when I get to it.
It's a great read. You're gonna go through it so fast.
The anime, I like the anime, even though it's gonna be completely different. But
to be that guy, the manga is better.
Sorry,
but other than that, I didn't really do a lot. I did actually catch up on one of my webtoons I was behind on. But,
which one?
What is it called? It's called Lone, and I cannot remember the name of the artist off the top of my head. But I was probably like 30 some odd chapters behind on that. What else did I do that was relevant? Nothing else. There's too much stuff going on all at once that I'm just barely keep being caught up.
All good. Well, hey, you got some stuff done, so that's good. I'll go next. I don't have much myself. I binged Reincarnated as a Sword, one of the new isekai shows that aired in the fall, and really enjoyable. I definitely recommend it to you guys. I know you're like, oh, isekai, like I've seen enough, but it does a good job to like shake the formula up a bit.
We're gonna
It's a
be
little
talking
different.
a lot about isekai later.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I just watched that. I mean, I'm caught up with all my my anime and like ongoing manga that I'm reading. I'm about to start binge reading Undead Unluck, and then I'll do Mashal. So that's like I guess I jumped the gun, but that's my like goals that I'm setting for the next few weeks. I'm gonna try and catch up.
Next episode, we caught up with one.
Hopefully, but I don't
Undead
know.
Unluck is a heavy read though. There's a lot
Mashal
of
might be
dialogue.
possible.
Mashal you could probably finish in a day. There's not
Due
that
to the
much
holiday,
dialogue, shorter chapters.
Due to the holiday, I got a lot of time off, so maybe I'll try and binge read one of them. But we'll see how it goes. I'll do my best. But that's about it. No gaming. I haven't done like any games. I did pick up Hades, the first one on the Switch. It's on sale right now. So for those that are listening or watching, I believe it's on sale until the 28th of December. It was like $13 after tax. So I mean, it's normally like 25. So it's not that big of a sale. But hey, if you're interested in Hades, check it out. Pick it up.
Like
PlayStation
50%.
also has a digital sale right now if anyone is interested. A lot of good titles on there, decent prices. One that I'm thinking about picking up is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It's the
Nice.
only Souls-esque game that is from that creator that I don't have.
From software.
Yeah.
From software, yeah.
The other one, I don't count the other ones like Neo and all those other ones that are like inspired by Souls. Like
Those ones,
yeah.
those ones aren't from software. I don't think either. They're
Ninja Theory is Neo.
Ninja Theory. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
not all of them are,
but anyways, just wanted to mention since you mentioned the Nintendo sale. I don't know what else is on the Nintendo sale, but I'm sure there's some goodies. As far as the backlog for me, I'm still chucking away a few things. I finished the Twin Star Exorcist anime. I don't know if I brought that up last time, but I thought it was decent. Pretty like low tier, typical shonen stuff. Kind of goofy, kiddie. You could probably pass like if you put that on 4Kids TV. I feel like it would have passed off as like one of the 4Kids animes.
Yeah, I see that.
The manga would not.
We get it, buddy. But the other thing that I am really chucking away at that I'm a real big fan of is Golden Kamuy. I am chucking away at that manga. And Golden Kamuy, I really like the anime. I binged that this year to catch up for season 4. Unfortunately, season 4 has delays due to unforeseen circumstances in real life. And that won't be back till the May spring season for anime. And even then, they're going to rerun the first 6 episodes, which is fine. They need that time. Take it. But I can't wait to see that anime adaptation. I just now, between yesterday and today, got past the anime material, everything that has been animated so far. And I can't wait to see it animated. Everything is fantastic. I am almost at 250 out of 315 chapters. I'm very close to this thing is reaching like top 10 material for me with like a lot of the shows that I've seen. I really like the characters. I like the funny moments. I like the story. I like the adventure, the mystery, it's such a unique thing, and it's so based in reality that normally I really like the highly fictional storytelling, superpowers, stuff that isn't going to happen in real life in any way. So for this for me to find it this enjoyable and not have like a Kamehameha or explosion every 2 seconds, I think it for me it says a lot and why I like it so much. But definitely worth reading, worth watching. The manga art is so good. I never thought that it was going to be that good when you watch the anime. Not to say that the anime is fine. It doesn't need this level of detail to still present the good storytelling. It is not a Berserk level bad adaptation. So
right,
it is still like just crazy to see how well detailed the manga is compared to the anime. But I recommend doing both, and I can't wait for the new season. The other thing that I've been watching slowly but surely is Do Ra Ra Ra. Came out back in, I believe,
My man.
2015.
2010.
No, the second season came out in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some big gaps between its material. Is that show over though? Like it's done after season 2?
To my knowledge, I don't know if it like covered all the manga, but it's like it's done as far as I know.
Because there's Do Ra Ra Ra, obviously the first 24 episodes, and then you got Do Ra 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 2, which is split into 3 cores.
Yep.
Of 12 episodes each. So I'm excited to see where it goes. It's very wacky, and like I feel like I still don't quite understand it. I feel like it's definitely going to be a show I'm going to need to watch a second time after I've finished it. Like, because I feel like I'm going to grow to appreciate the beginning more after I know where everything's going.
So giving you that like Fooly Cooly feel, kind of?
Yeah, a little bit. And there's so many characters, man, and they're all voiced by such like prime talent. Because I'm watching it dubbed.
Yeah.
So like dubbed, you know how dubs were back in the day, the 2010s, or like the late 90s to the 2000s, 2010.
Oh yeah.
The cast and crews for all this stuff is just top tier. You got Johnny Young Bosch in there. You got Steve Bloom in there. Who else you got, Buller? I can't.
Crispin Freeman, Kari Walgreen. She voices Haruko in Fully Cooley. A ton of other characters, of course, but that's the. She voices Salty, the Dullahan, the headless girl on the motorcycle. I believe I mentioned Crispin Freeman. You got Patrick Sates. He voices Frankie in One Piece. He voices Ray. You guys haven't seen Eureka 7 actually, so you wouldn't know that one. But
that's a lie. I have.
Oh yeah, sorry, Marty, you have. But the English dub is stacked. You're right. I don't know every name, but a lot of like our personal favorites are in there, and that's why I remember. I feel like I told you, but I definitely wanted you to watch it dubbed when you finally got to it, because the dubbed is just the dub is just better to me because it just has all our favorites, so it's just more enjoyable. But yeah. Oh, he's got his mic muted.
Oh yeah, sorry. But yeah, that's really it for me. I don't think I've done anything else. I mean, I'm catching up with my regular. I'm caught up with all my manga. I read everything on the Shonen Jump app, and all the anime that I've been keeping up with, I'm caught up. So I'm just gonna try and somehow squeeze in all the anime that drops on Saturday and Sunday between visiting family and stuff. These next 2 days gonna be a little hard to jump in there and get that done. But when there's a will, there's a way. You guys want to just jump into the Jump Festa stuff then?
Yeah, let's do it. Should I put it on the screen? Let's get it going.
Okay. We're gonna go down the list, every panel.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna do my best job not to butcher a lot of these names, but I suck with Japanese names, so y'all feel free to correct me, you two, or anybody else in the crowd that might listen or comment later. Akira Amano's Ran Komonahashi, deranged detective, held a panel with Ayamu Murasi and Nicole. The series is getting an anime adaptation by Dio Media.
And then check out the teaser. Yeah, so
I don't know if I could play that on YouTube right here, right now, but I don't think we got time for that. So.
I wouldn't. But just one thing to note that I learned about this one is that the manga author that wrote this one wrote Hitman Reborn's manga. So something to look forward to. I mean, I haven't personally seen Reborn yet, which Hitman I'm planning
Reborn
on changing.
Was rumored to get a new anime adaptation, like the Brotherhood treatment, a while back from reliable sources. It just has not been announced yet.
That would be cool.
Another series that would really deserve that is Kenichi's Mightiest Disciple.
Oh, Demon Slayer. I like that.
My wife made it.
Very nice. Yeah, but so Deranged Detective, I don't know much about it, but Like I said, the Reborn author wrote it. I really like the character visuals that in the trailer. I think the characters all look pretty.
Even just looking at this dude right here, like without clicking on the preview, I'm interested. Like it looks ominous.
Yeah,
It has promise.
Definitely has promise. You got a big author behind it, and obviously we don't have much more to go on. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out.
All right, next up, some big stuff. That
awesome.
I think we were debating last video whether we would get more Spy Families sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we were.
We got good news. Spy Family anime announced a sequel set for 2023, but this is not all, as the franchise is also getting an original movie, also set for 2023. Tatsuya Endo is supervising the story for the movie, and the second season will continue adapting the manga.
Dude, I was because I was watching the live stream. I had it on like my second monitor. I was doing something else at the same time, and I'm like, okay, let's have Spy Family on. I don't know if there's anything big that's gonna happen. And then I saw this like visual on the screen right now, and it said the movie, and I like immediately paused what I was doing, and I was like, what? Like I was freaking out. Like I'm personally, I know we all love Spy Family, so like this is just a huge W for Spy Family fans.
It's the perfect character setup to do random adventures. The way that the manga is set up, you could just squeeze in all these random adventures anytime you want, really. And
the regular episodes already reach like movie quality standards sometimes, so I cannot believe what they will do with the actual movie's budget.
Dude, right? Like we're gonna see some crazy stuff. And
is it the same studio though, or is that not announced?
I don't see why it wouldn't be, but I don't believe it's said in this article. To my knowledge, it is the same studio, but I can look into it later and correct it if we need to. But for now, I believe let's just go off of it's the same studio. Anything relevant in that?
No, I just read it. It's just talking about voicing Bond and the fact that all he does is do barks.
Oh, dude, so. It was great. It was great watching the live stream because, like it says in this article, they did like a live reading of like the manga panels and stuff, and you could just see him doing the borf. So it was really funny watching him do it. He was like doing these weird things with his throat and stuff to like create the sounds. It really fun experience. But yeah.
One little thing to note: they say none of them know if Bond will actually talk in the future.
Ooh.
Who knows?
Interesting. Okay.
Who knows?
Only the.
So next up, we got Ayakashi Triangle revealed a new trailer and a key visual at today's panel, which was attended by Kentaro Yabuki,
which comes out this season.
Yep. Yes, we'll get more into that later. But yeah, I'm personally excited for that one.
While creating the thumbnail for this, one of the characters I looked up said female form, and I paused for a moment.
That's the main character.
This is one of the few that I did not read on the app. One, you have to read it on the website. Two, they did not upload every chapter due to like censorship issues. And then they eventually just gave up on it and moved it to a different magazine because of how controversial it was becoming.
Yeah, and that's fair, but yeah, that's kind of funny that they did that. But
so this looks interesting. Too Cute Crisis revealed a key visual with April 2023 premiere trailer and additional cast. The panel was attended the main cast, which includes the following.
Okay,
I'm not familiar with this.
I mean, I don't know them. Yeah, I'm not even familiar with their names. Just looking at
them. But the poster is very interesting.
Really adorable visual. Yeah,
it's the idea.
If the animation looks like that, I think it's holds a lot of promise.
Yeah, definitely something to keep on the radar.
Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, as the weebs would call it. The voice actors attended stage, which did not reveal much. A special brochure that features the Upper Moon demons will be handed out to 2 million visitors for the upcoming Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba to the Swordsmith Village World Tour screening. The movie will compile episodes 10 and 11 of the Entertainment District arc and the extended version of the first episode of the new season, which is slated for April 2023. Tickets go on sale December 24th in Japan, meaning we'll probably get it in March, April.
Something like that, like leading probably right up to the season.
Select theaters.
Yeah, that I personally I like that because the last 2 episodes of the Entertainment District are really hype, and I feel like that's something that I would pay to go see on the like a bigger screen. And obviously we've all read the manga. We all know what's coming for the Swordsmith Village arc, and I mean I really enjoy that arc, so I'm looking forward to seeing it animated. I mean, just how the studio's been doing the first 2 seasons, like even if like there's an arc that people like don't really care for in the manga, I feel like the studio's gonna be like, hold my beer, we're gonna make you care for it with this like god tier animation.
Yeah, really exciting stuff. If we have the opportunity, I would like to go see that compilation film. Coming up next, a controversial topic is the Rurouni Kenshin reboot. The reboot of Rurouni revealed a new trailer during the panel. Was joined by Makatoko, Koichi, and Yashiro, who will voice Yuhiko and Sonosuke.
It should also be probably mentioned that you may know this as Samurai X, because that is how it was released originally out here in the West.
Yeah, so, I remember that.
So originally that show ran for about 90 episodes, but only really finished its first major arc, and then the rest of it was anime original content. Over the years, they have adapted a lot of the manga, like so bit-wise, through OVAs and specials, where they go over a lot of Kenshin's past and then kind of tie things up towards the end. Very good manga. And I'm excited to watch the reboot, but the controversial thing is that the author was caught with so much CP that they thought he was distributing it.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. It was his personal collection. He was caught with so much CP that they thought that he had an intent to sell this stuff. But he had like terabytes of this stuff.
Refer back to... you go ahead.
No, you can go, Marty.
Just to refer back to the story briefly, is one of the biggest things too is that Kenshin's ultimate fate is dynamically different between the 2 materials.
The original anime and the manga?
Yeah, between the anime and the manga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Manga's really good. It's just a shame that the situation had to happen. And it's also weird that it kind of got brushed under the rug and something like this is getting a remake. I mean, it's the content is deserving of the remake, and you could do the separate the art from the artist argument. I mean, I'll raise my hand. I'm guilty for that with like Kanye West. Like the dude's spitting all kinds of crazy stuff right now, but I'm still listening to Graduation. So,
no, yeah, and you know, there's some major controversy with the author, right? But like, I look at it. And like, if you're really offended by that, which you have every right to be, just don't support the anime, don't watch it, don't give it the time of day. Me personally, despite the horrible things that deal with the author, I'm really looking forward to it. I still haven't even I've watched Rurouni Kenshin on Toonami, so I've seen like episodes, but I've actually never seen it from like all of it. Like I haven't seen all of it, so I definitely want to watch all of it before the reboot comes out if I have the time.
I still think the original is worth people's time.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the dub
place where you can stream the original?
That I don't know.
Crunchyroll still. I can check real quick.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on that. So when it's the reboot treatment, so it's basically going to be like FMA Brotherhood. It's going to be covering the manga. Okay, perfect. So for those that are just listening at home, Rurouni Kenshin, the original show, is on Crunchyroll, and it
the stuff that is not
the
stuff that's not are the OVAs and the specials. You'll have to go elsewhere for them. They are 100% worth your time.
Yeah,
the animation for them is incredible. The storytelling is incredible. It just, I wish that it was all in one nice collected anime format, which if it gets to last long enough, we'll have.
Right.
So anyway, next up, Dr. Stone. revealed the teaser trailer for the third season. There is an OVA that kind of just subtly dropped on Crunchyroll.
I watched it.
Couple months ago. There's a few OVAs we gotta watch.
If you have not watched it, go watch it. I haven't watched it. I was just gonna wait for the third season, but I will watch it. Me and my wife watched this one together. So third season of today's event. A couple of the voice actors joined on stage, talked about the new characters. Burnout Syndrome was supposed to make an appearance on stage, but had to cancel. A special music video for their Good Morning World song was shown.
Yeah, they had just a nice recap video with the first opening.
So we got a trailer. Did we get a release date?
If it's not on here, I don't think we got it, but it might have been announced at a different time. It should be next year for season 3. That much I know. But it looks like it is still TBA.
Okay.
Oh, so wait, I lied. It's saying spring 2023.
Okay.
So we'll be able to talk about it a little bit more later once we cover the news. But I didn't know that it was coming out in spring. Gosh, another.
It's the winter season this season.
Spring is we're gonna be talking about winter. So spring is gonna wait for another time.
You're right.
Real quick before we move on from Dr. Stone, it's very, very optimistic if this ever happens. But I would really appreciate if they animated the side story, the spinoff from Dr. Stone. I really enjoyed the spinoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
That would be nice. They could make just an OVA of it too. They don't even have to do that.
That would be the way they should do it.
Or it could take place part of the season, or a mini season, something like that.
Well, I don't know where you would try to fit that in, especially the way it ends up going.
You don't have to try. You can just throw it in.
Yeah. It's something that's you can just really cover it. You can if
the manga's over, so they could do whatever they want.
Yeah, they could throw it in whenever. But yeah, that's something I would like to see animated.
Hell's Paradise. I literally always skip reading this word every time I talk about this thing. So I just call it Hell's Paradise. Jigo Kuraku.
I don't know if that's how you say it.
Kuraku. Jigo Kuraku. It doesn't necessarily roll off the tongue. But revealed a new trailer and the main cast, along with the main visual studio Mappa, who forever will never see their families. Animated series premiere date is slated for April 2023. Again, as we can see, as we're seeing, April 23 is going to be a very busy time.
Yet another stacked anime season where I just don't get to do anything else.
But we talked about this last time in one of our videos, but Hell's Paradise is definitely worth reading. It is a completed work. It is going to really shine in this anime, especially with Studio Mappa animating it, so all good there. Blue Exorcist, new anime project in the works.
Yes.
From the old TV anime attended the panel. So I've heard two different takes on this. Is that it's season 3 and it's going to continue from the Kyoto arc.
That's all I want.
Which is what we want.
That's what. But
I've also heard that it's supposed to be an original
story.
A reboot.
No one wants
reboot.
This.
No, just keep.
No one wants this.
I mean, I'm definitely hyped for more Blue Exorcist, but just the fact that we don't know enough information about it yet makes me it's. I'm excited for it, but it's going to be on the back of my mind for now until we get the confirmation.
You'll make so many people happy if you can say season 3.
Super big side note, regardless of what happens to this. But as much as everyone loves the 2 seasons that are out, and the Kyoto arc kind of rectifies the second half of season 1, the movie. If y'all have never seen it, never got that recognition because anime movies weren't coming to theaters like that back when this was coming out.
Yeah.
That movie is phenomenal. It looks beautiful. I don't know how this thing escaped and flew under people's radars, but I definitely highly recommend it. Yeah. Wherever you can find it. Chainsaw Man.
They didn't have any news. They just did because I watched the panel. They did a fun reading, a live reading. Mm-hmm. Over the manga. They talked about their favorite scenes and stuff, and that was it.
We are getting another chapter this Tuesday instead of it being bi-weekly, though.
Yeah, and that's really awesome because the last episode of season 1 airs, so it'll be one last time we get for now anyway, we'll get back to back. We get a manga chapter and a new episode for the anime. So
Yeah,
that's just been so much fun. We all love Chainsaw Man. It's just it's a goated series. If you haven't read or watched it yet, give it a watch.
To say season 1 of the anime does not encapsulate how the story progresses is not saying enough.
No, season 1 is only the beginning. No spoilers,
Very much
of course,
taste.
but
Very
it's
much.
like it's very much the beginning, like just like introducing stuff and yeah. But
Yeah.
we could save more, or we could save, we can make a Chainsaw
They
Man,
should finish it off though in another core.
Yeah.
The part one.
Okay, I don't know about that. I think it's gonna take 2 at least.
They could definitely, because like the bomb girl arc is the next one.
You got to remember though, there's not that much dialogue in a lot of those later chapters. Like it's very fast.
It is faster.
Literally, the bomb girl arc could be done in like honestly 2 episodes, 2 or 3.
But animating action scenes is different than writing them out of manga.
Yeah, but they don't take up that much time.
The final stuff probably will.
Yeah, it's a lot of info, but yeah, they'll definitely come out with the season 2. I think. I don't know if they're going to announce it next week or in the future.
Will it be season 2 or will it just be the second half of season 1?
I don't know, because usually when they do double core season 1 but 2 cores, they usually announce that stuff ahead of time. Usually, obviously, sometimes they don't, but I haven't seen anything or read anything about there being multiple cores for Chainsaw Man. Yeah, due to its popularity, come on.
This thing was holding off on its announcement for the fall 2022 lineup for a real long time.
For a while, yeah.
It was October, and they just barely announced that it was going to come out in the fall. And that's when the fall season starts. So, this and Bleach were being real secretive about when they were dropping.
Oh man,
you just kind of had to infer when things were happening. But anyways, Mashle, Magic and Muscles, very popular anime or manga, and I'm really loving the manga. I don't know. I get the feeling this one's going to get a lot of haters just because of the nature of it. Mashle anime is set to premiere in April 2023, as revealed with the key visual and teaser trailer earlier today. Another spring 2023.
Dude, that's.
I can't wait to see him fly.
Just going off of what I know, I'm very excited for the anime, but I'm also hyped to dive into the manga soon as well. But from the small some here and there spoiler panels that I have seen, because Twitter is just that kind of place, it looks pretty epic.
Okay. One Piece.
So there is one thing to note of what Oda's commented. And then for those that do watch the One Piece anime real quick, the episode that drops tomorrow, they're doing a fun little Christmas music video with Uda from the One Piece film Red movie, the new character that got introduced. She's like a singer.
Which we did review. If you guys want to go check out that video.
Yeah, it's true. It was the first video we ever did, so definitely go check.
I believe it's pretty good before we go into spoilers too.
Yeah, so if you want to just really quick, the part that there's a One Piece Odyssey game coming out in January, so next month. From what I know about it, I was actually watching some gameplay on it. It's like an open world, turn-based RPG. And they really encourage grinding in it. It looks like from what they're there's a really cool looking grinding system, a gathering material system. The game looks promising. It's an anime game, right? So it's it's an anime game. I don't want to get into that, but it's definitely something I would say you should keep on your radar. And then if it goes on sale, who knows? If you feel like picking it up, it's something to pick up. But then the thing that Oda said is that in the manga, a big clash between those persons is going to happen in the manga, and Oda hopes that no one will die. So I'm going to put the spoiler banner up real quick. So for those that aren't caught up with the One Piece manga, now is the time to just put us on mute, back out, do whatever. But what do you guys think? Who do you think he's talking about? I think it's Shanks for one of the fighters. I think Shanks is gonna finally fight. I don't know about you guys. So in the manga,
who's he gonna fight though?
I'm thinking Blackbeard.
So Shanks is gonna help out Law.
The way he's talking about it sounds like it's two people that the fans care about, and I don't think enough of the fans care about Blackbeard that kind of way.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know who else it could be. It could be if he's referring to the fight that's going on now, like right now in the current manga, Luffy is fighting Rob Lucci from CP0. So I feel like that fight's gonna wrap up pretty soon. So I don't know if I'm just wondering who he's talking about. It's driving me nuts because he just dropped that tease nonchalantly, and then I just want to know.
I don't have the slightest clue because this man has as many people as many One Piece characters as he possibly can in this thing. That there's almost as many One Piece characters as there are people on this planet.
You ain't wrong. But yeah, something to mention. I definitely think One Piece is going to be, or 2023 is going to be. Oh yeah, 2023 is going to be a good year for One Piece. Though we're getting a lot of One Piece stuff. The anime will get to finally animate Gear 5. So,
even the whales are characters.
Yeah, but yeah, obviously One Piece is great. We can go ahead and move on unless you guys have any other comments.
No, a big one.
My favorite announcement.
Mission Yozakura family went all out and announced an anime adaptation with a teaser visual and a 2024 premiere date. Silverlink will be animating it.
Let's go!
This one has been overdue, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Big time. Just the fact that it's gotten to almost 150 chapters. So Marty here is the one that got me into the manga because he knows I like romance, and this does have romance. It's not the main focus, but it is a heavy focus on it. But he kept recommending it to me, and I was like, yeah, definitely going to put, it's on the list. I'll check it out. And then I finally got to it, and this manga is something special. It really enjoyable, really funny, really great action moments. The only thing I'm personally iffy on, and you mentioned it too, Fabian, and I'm seeing comments about it, is at least in the visual, it kind of looks more cute, not cutesy, but cartoonish, kind of in a way. It doesn't
have that distinct look that the manga has.
Yeah, it looks.
Oh, you're referring to the anime visuals. Okay.
Just on this visual alone.
Just on the visual though.
They look different. They look different than their manga counterparts. And not even just the manga, or just colored pages, or when
his hair is black, isn't it? Aren't their hairs both black? That's what I thought.
Their hair colors are fine. He has red hair. She's got the blue with the white streak. But
well, I know the white streak, but yeah.
Even if we go over here and just look at the manga volume cover, look at how drastically different of a visual.
Yeah, and again, that's just the studio's probably the studio's take on it. It makes it look a little more generic to me. Yeah, just looking at it, it doesn't look because you have a lot of these anime adaptations for a lot of these shonen mangas that keep the distinct style from the manga for the most part. You look at Demon Slayer, that's taking the page straight to the screen. Mm-hmm. Or even Mashl's trailer and visuals look like the manga straight to the screen. Right. So until I see a trailer, I mean, this is just a visual. So nothing to really freak out about, but it's just something to note. Exactly. But I think it's going to be fine. The studios that's behind it is a good studio. I think I've seen a lot of their shows, and I think they do a good job with the action scenes. So I think this is something that they'll do well with, but obviously time will tell.
Okay. Moriarty the Patriot.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Stage was dedicated to a musical. Okay.
It was dedicated to the musical.
Dude, this, just real quick, you guys haven't seen the anime, but I highly recommend it. It was really, I watched it ongoing. I didn't even know what I was getting into. It's a really fun take on Sherlock Holmes' story. The main focus is Moriarty, his like nemesis in the story.
Yep.
So like you're technically following the villain as the main character. So it's just a fun little twist to it. Really good. And the manga's on the Shonen Jump app.
They only have the first like 30-ish chapters. It's got like 76.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah. So it's got a good chunk that's not uploaded yet, but they're slowly getting to it. So
and they are longer chapters.
They are longer. Okay. Yeah.
New serialization titled Moriarty the Patriot: The Remains is starting in Jump SQ's April 2023 issue. So a spin-off series of sorts.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So look forward to them.
Coming up next is Black Clover's Sword of the Wizard King.
Yeah.
New installment of the franchise as it sets to premiere on March 31st on Netflix. A new
worldwide
revealed along with some cast additions. Worldwide.
Yeah, so everyone's getting it. We don't have to go to the theaters for it. Obviously, you have to have Netflix, but I mean, we all love Black Clover, right? We're all hyped for it. Like that's something I think we'll want to do an episode on when it drops. But I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to add on this one.
No, I think we'll just keep it moving. I mean, we all really like Black Clover, and we're going to watch it. Undead Unluck joining the cast as Shen, Jiang, and Void. A teaser trailer is also out.
Yeah, so Natsuki Hanai is Tanjiro's voice actor. So if you like Tanjiro's voice, and you like whoever that character is, then yay for you, I guess. I don't remember who that character is. I don't know if I've met him yet. If I have, I just don't remember what they look like. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Undead Unluck anime. I know you guys love the manga, so I'm sure.
The trailer looks very well animated, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Oof. Ooh, I am hyped for this one.
Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable. Ayan Sakura and the manga editor were guests on the stage. Information about the studio was revealed along with the staff of Nami's character visual. Yeah, so this is there's been there hasn't been a lot of shows, but like this year we got My Dress Up Darling, and we got this season we got More Than a Married Couple, but Less Than Lovers. Both shows starred a gal, but like the gal was like super adorable, super wholesome, and everyone's loving them. So like I feel like we're just gonna start seeing even more like gal like anime pop out of nowhere, and I'm all for it because.
Did Tony Kawa lead the charge on that? It feels like. I mean, I guess My Dress Up Darling had the manga to begin with, but
which one?
Tony Kawa, the Crunchyroll one.
No, because that one is she's not a gal in that one.
I guess that's true. She's not a gal.
Yeah, but yeah, this one I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about you guys.
Not my bag, but. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, JJK is returning in July of 2023 summer anime. A short character trailer with designs for the second season was also revealed.
So we got some character visuals for younger Gojo, Geto. That's the doctor chick that I forget her name, but she's like the one that was like fixing up. She's like the one that heals everyone at the school.
You haven't read the manga, right, Marty?
Marty's not. Yeah. So, and then the other girl is a new character that you haven't met, and then that character I'm not going to tell you who that is, but if you see his name, it's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. There's a couple references that they make pop culture references for in the manga that I hope they keep in the anime. I'll just say that.
That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Chained Soldier anime revealed first trailer. 7 Arcs is animating the adaptation, which is set to premiere in 2023.
Yeah, so I watched the trailer for that one. I don't know too much about it.
Ooh.
I mean, I'll keep it on my radar. Like the main like waifu in it, she's got like long hair, like long white hair.
I've heard a little about it.
Yeah. Anything good or?
No, not really.
No?
Nothing good,
Okay.
nothing bad. Just appeared on my radar briefly.
Never heard of it.
No. Yeah.
But keep it known and keep it on the radar. Me and Roboco, new trailer was released for Me and Roboco anime. It is currently 3 episodes deep, and you could catch our thoughts on it on our previous video if you want to look at the previous anime season's releases. It is,
and then catch our thoughts on it again in this video on the upcoming anime season.
It's not in the upcoming.
It was listed.
Oh, is it? Weird.
Oh, I don't know. It's already got episodes. So. New Princess Tennis sports anime announced event for the June 2023 season. The voice cast will gather and a visual has been revealed. So I don't know if that's a remake or if it's continuing the story because it didn't finish. I don't know enough about Princess Tennis.
Neither did I. I just watched episodes here or there on Toonami. So I don't know if I'll personally check that one out.
The Naruto stuff, you and I watched live, and we were both kind of disappointed. But Naruto is celebrating the 20th anniversary with various activities, but the main highlight of this panel was the new arc in the Boruto anime that will adapt the Sasuke story in the Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust Sasuke Ritsuden novel. The key visual was revealed. So, like we were saying, there's a manga adaptation for this light novel going on right now in the Shonen Jump app. And this visual looks dope. The adaptation so far is like 5 chapters deep. It's been pretty decent. It'll be a pretty short little story. They don't have to wait for the manga to drop because the light novel already exists. So it'll be decent. They're using Boruto yet again to fill out a lot of that extra Naruto content that we could never fit into the original show. So Boruto continues to be useful in that regard.
Also, one thing to note real quick is that they also confirmed it for Boruto, for the fans that are actually watching it. They will, after this arc, they'll be covering more of the manga story. So for those that read the manga, we'll see Code animated coming next year as well.
So after that, we'll be back to ruling filler.
Also, isn't there a character poll for like them making a series or something? I thought you guys mentioned.
There's a top Naruto top 100 or 99 or something like that. Basically, people think it's a popularity poll, but it wasn't. It's basically whoever ends up being voted the most popular will receive a manga adaptation that will more than likely eventually be adapted into the Boruto anime, just like this.
I look forward to.
What if Naruto? But what if Naruto wins and then they're like, all right, we got to make a new Naruto. Like, they got to, what if they, that would be cool though, if they like, because I would like to see just like, them do more of, after the original anime ended, like, or the manga. Like, I want to see him, as a teenager and then like as a young adult, like leading up to before he became the Hokage. I would love to see.
We got that whole thing in the last era.
Well, we got a good amount, but like I feel like they could have given us more. Maybe it's just the fanboy in me wanting more.
I'm good, bro. They can keep that.
Yeah. Okay.
We get enough filler, like as it is.
Fair enough.
The Dark Gathering horror anime from Studio OLM premieres this summer. And a few clips were shown during the panel. 3 short clips are revealed, and 1 was uploaded online.
We don't have a good horror anime. I'm in.
Horror anime. I mean, is very hard to pull off.
I actually don't like horror in like live action, but I like it in an animated sense because it's
horror
not scary.
Horror anime is like it's not that scary. It's just more relying on like the gore and the kills and the freaking.
Yeah, there's some that get unsettling.
There are some, but
it's just nothing. It's nothing compared to like doing horror in real life, because part of the element that makes horror like horror is that you can relate to it because it's like real. Like you put yourself in that situation.
Yep.
Right.
That's true. Much harder than
definitely something I'll keep on the radar though. The visual isn't popping up on the article, but I've seen the visual and it looks pretty good. So,
My Hero Academia, did they say anything on there?
So we didn't get any news for My Hero. They just did some.
The
stuff.
manga would be done in around a year.
Oh, okay. So
now, he says he's not too optimistic, but he is grateful for all the support. Manga is basically its own version of One for All.
Yeah. So
they said a whole lot of nothing.
Basically, I mean, yeah. Nothing to note about My Hero. The anime is currently ongoing, and the manga is still going. So looks like it might be ending next year, which I guess where the manga is currently at does make sense, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Bleach, new key visual for the 1,000-Year Blood War arc finale for
Yes.
the first core. It was also revealed that the anime will be back sometime in 2023, hopefully the spring, on top of everything else.
That would be so high.
More than likely it'll be the fall again, just so that they have a good year to drop it all again.
Yeah.
Tadej Kubo took part of the panel and talked about his role as supervisor of the new anime. He says he supervised all the original scenes that have been added to the new series and even gave the anime staff some of his scrapped ideas. Tomoyoshi Taguchi, the director of the 1,000-Year Blood War, recorded a message for the event. For him, the most memorable scene was the one in episode 7 where the rain falls on Ichigo. He says Kubo told him to go ahead and cut out gag scenes from the manga if they felt unnatural. That I did hear that because he didn't want it to mess up the dark war, the dark and serious tone.
The tone, yeah.
He says Kubo told him to go ahead and cut out gag scenes that felt natural. The voice of Ichigo complained about a lot of gag scenes and says he tries to sneak them in whenever possible. However, it does not always work. Kubo says he would love to keep adding original scenes, but there are certain parts of the story from the manga will be cut out. For example, Unohana's past was cut in recent episodes, and there are no plans to tell the story in the anime at this point.
And that's fine. Like
that when I read that in the manga, it did feel a little out of place. Like, why do I care about this? Like, this isn't entirely that relevant.
Right. So if they're gonna do stuff like that, that's cool. It felt like the fact that they cut it out, I kind of forgot that they even covered that in the manga. So they did a good job with it. And then the visual we got is freaking badass.
This poster, bro.
The
long blade for the Shinigami father, the short blade for the Quincy mother.
I can't wait. Look at that. That is so nice. Yeah, the Bleach finale is this Monday, and we're gonna get episodes 12 and 13. So it'll be a nice 40-ish, 50-ish minutes of back-to-back Bleach. So for all you Bleach fans out there, get hyped. Monday is gonna be great.
Kuroko's basketball. I didn't even know about this.
Let's see.
Is it getting a movie or something?
No, that was Slam Dunk.
Was it? Okay.
Looks like they just gave us a 10th anniversary song, and then Grand Rodeo has done the openings for the anime. I know that. But it doesn't look like there's any other news to note that I could read. And then lastly,
Haiku, the recording sessions for the Haiku.
Haiku.
The recording sessions for the 2-part Haiku movie haven't started yet. Ayumu Murase, and Kaito Ishikawa attended the panel and talked about their experiences as voice actors in the franchise over the past 10 years. Gekiden Haiku director and Kenta Suga was also interviewed during the panel. Haiku will have its first performance in the August of next year. Kishiro Kato will be playing Hinata. The kickoff event for the movies has been scheduled for August 2023. Still kind of upset about this. I don't know how they intend to finish so much content that they had left in just 2 movies.
Yeah, I don't know. They still have a lot to cover. I really hope that they confirm that these movies are going to be covering the anime or the manga.
I hope not, and I don't think anything's confirmed it. But the only way that I could see that they could do that is if they skip the Brazil arc.
I hope they don't. That one was really fun, but
it's not necessarily. It's not necessary, I guess, to the whole story. Like,
no, it's not.
You get away with not animating it, I guess, but I don't. I'd like to see the whole thing adapted. But anyways, Definitely. That's it for Jump Festa. We're gonna speed up and go straight into our next stuff because we don't want to be the fast part.
Yeah, that was the quick part. Real quick though, I am reading here, and it looks like they did confirm that these two Haikyuu movies will serve as the finale of the series. Oh. So that's a little disappointing to hear, but I love Haikyuu. I'll be optimistic and hope that they are well paced and cover most of the manga.
Yeah, overall we're big Jump fans. We loved everything we got from Jump Festa, and we're looking forward to the future. And speaking of more future,
yes, it is time for the stacked winter 2023 season.
I wouldn't say the word stacked, bro.
Well, for me, it's stacked. I'm gonna have to definitely pick my shows wisely because there's a lot.
I don't think we should bother with any of these movies because I don't think any of us know.
The only one to know, and I haven't watched it, but it's this one, Blue Giant. I've heard nothing but good things about the manga, so the movie is something to keep on your radar. Look at that visual. That he's playing the saxophone and there's a piano, and yet think that looks so badass, and I'm hyped. It's pretty cool. I don't think there's any other movies to note though.
I don't know what the Space Idol show is. Anime centers around Space Uniform, a forum member girl idol group that is trying to win a fame throughout space. So we don't even have a key visual yet, and it's already going to be January soon.
There's your idol show for the season.
Yeah. Kaiju File. What do you guys know about this? Because there's no synopsis.
Nothing. I know nothing.
I don't know it existed.
I like the visual. That's all I can really say about that.
Yeah, nothing to know on that one.
I'm betting that it means kaiju is KG. So kaijus are good. Marty, how do you know about?
I don't do this one.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you did. Oh, I'm thinking of Shadowverse.
You're thinking of Shadowverse. Yeah.
Shadowverse.
So never seen the Cardfight Vanguard anime. I see the card art. I've seen the card art before and it looks awesome, but
it's very intimidating. There's a lot of words.
Yeah, it's not something that I think either of us are going to watch. So, Lupin,
another Lupin.
I don't deserve to watch this.
Yeah, that's such a long rabbit hole.
You have to be really far into the series to be able to watch something like this. So if you're caught up with Lupin, you have something to look forward to. But
it's not a reboot, right? I assume.
No, they're never going to reboot that show.
Yeah.
So I happen to know what this is. If you do don't,
I don't. What is this?
Flaglia.
It's I believe it's a idol show, but male idols.
Doesn't even have tags. Nothing.
There's a picture in the thumbnail. I got the little boy in front because it's the only character that looks different from literally everyone else.
Yeah. Looks like another one. Idols. We're getting Idol fans.
Yeah, that's another one.
Eating good.
Idol fans and Isekai fans, spoilers, are going to eat really good this season.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the second season of Suddenly Egyptian God.
Oh,
this one dodged me. I don't know what this is.
The original came out back in fall 2020.
Okay, so it's pretty new.
So,
okay, it's one of these.
Yeah, probably not something we are ever going to watch.
I wonder if it's actually meant for child audiences or not.
Maybe. Looks like it's just some short little fun animated series that maybe if it airs on TV in Japan people have nothing else to watch, they watch this. I
Hey
really
man,
don't
how
know.
did you transfer your sniffles to me over camera?
I don't know.
That's a secret.
All right, another one. No
Ichion
synopsis.
animation.
This I found out about for weird reasons, but go ahead, Matt.
So those are the there's another idol anime called Love
Yep.
Live. So
Yeah.
those are
Another
all
idol?
those look like a lot of the characters from that season. Looks like all of them.
It's a Love Live spin-off series.
Okay. So if you're into the
It's,
Love Live series, you can have something to look forward to.
I think it's like Isekai Quartet kind of style for what they're doing. Because there's a bunch of comic panels that exist that look like that too, which I think they're pulling the source material from that.
Okay.
Unless those were just visuals for the show and done in an interesting way, I could be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Pokemon aiming to be
Anyway.
a Pokemon master. This is the 11 episode OVA or series that is going to cover the adventures of Ash from the very beginning all the way to the end. So
I am definitely looking forward to that.
Last hurrah for him. It will be the Pokemon Kai, the DBC Kai.
I hope they change the animation every episode.
You know how challenging it might be to make it as crappy as it used to be in the 90s?
Yeah.
I mean, if we got updated animation and they covered like everything, that would be really fun. Like that'd be
there's a lot of scenes from the later Pokemon seasons that are actually really cool looking.
Yeah, and definitely.
It makes me feel like if you had kept up, like if any of us or anyone had kept up with Pokemon for all these years and was that big of an anime Pokemon fan, that you would have been rewarded for being a part of the fandom.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a good feeling.
Definitely.
The second season?
This is from a video game.
G4 DJ First Mix.
This is a rhythm game, I think. I don't know if it's a rhythm game, but I know it's from a video game.
Yeah, based on a mobile game.
It looks slightly video game-ish.
I mean, I did see that this was airing when the first season aired, but I didn't watch it. Just not my cup of tea, I guess.
The winter is where idol shows go to die.
Yeah. This one is another. I
don't think this is idol. This is something similar, though.
It is a very short web series for the first season. Showtime, Uta no Uni San Date Shitai.
Yeah, this is actually
okay.
Yeah, it's an H anime. I'll just put it that way. So we don't have to talk about this, but I'm personally looking forward to watching it.
The third season of Sorceress, Stabber, Orphan, Chaos, and Urban Rama. Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Marty?
Is this a spin-off or a sequel season? Because isn't there already a Sorceress? Yeah.
Yeah, so I've actually watched, I've been keeping up with it ongoing. I remember trying to get you guys to watch this when it first aired.
Orphan?
Yeah. So this is definitely a new season. It's the third season. It's continuing. It's getting the Brotherhood treatment. So far, what I know, it's been covering the manga. First two seasons are okay. I like the series enough that I want to keep watching it. It's definitely like probably similar to a lot of shows you've seen. Like the main character, the thing I like about it is the main character is strong, but he's not like extremely overpowered. A lot of his fights he struggles with. And I actually have the Blu-ray for this original anime. It was on Sentai Filmworks, and I picked up the Blu-ray, so I do want to eventually watch the old show. But it has a decent following. So when the new anime was coming out, I had no idea what it was, but I saw a lot of people talking about it, so I gave it a watch. So season 3, I definitely am going to watch it, but I think I'll be the only one that watches this one.
There's enough anime this season for me.
Right. But I definitely think people should keep it on their radar because it is a decent show.
This next one seems interesting.
Let's see. Mao Ipan.
After performing go ahead.
Oh, thank you. After performing in their final middle school judo tournament, Michi and Sanai begin high school and walk in on Michi's final opponent fighting to save their new high school's judo club. So we got a school life. Actually, I've seen the visual for this. Yeah, okay. So this looks like it's going to be one of those slice of life, like cute girls doing cute things, only they practice judo. So definitely something I'll keep on my radar because I like. Wow, 182. Dang, chapters. I did not know it had that many. Well, that's good to know that it's got a lot of chapters and it's been ongoing since 2018. Looks like that's wow. Okay, I did not know that. Yeah, this one from what I've seen, it just looks like it's a kind of like a cute girls doing cute things kind of show.
Cute girls doing cute martial arts.
Exactly.
Definitely. I don't know if it's cute, but it's definitely martial arts.
Oh my, that's a big synopsis.
Oh, this one might
Ikari no Ao. Oh,
this one's interesting too because I believe it's based. I could be wrong, but I think it's based on old Japanese. I don't know if it's a movie or story.
Oh yeah, I've seen the visual for this.
Because
Signal MD.
There's an English translation for it. I think it's Flame Hunter.
Ooh.
And when I looked it up, I found the original Flame Hunter when looking for an image. So that's what it took me a little bit to find one for this that I wanted to use.
A great forest infested with flaming creatures and other fallen beasts covers the world, and pockets of humanity live in small protected communities. Due to a special weapon used in the last war, human beings spontaneously burst into flame when merely getting close to a small source of fire. The only safe energy source for humanity lies within the bodies of the flamelings, and the duty to hunt them falls to the sickle-wielding firecatchers who brave the depths of the great forest. Tauku, a young girl from a paper-making town, finds herself in the forbidden forest, assailed by flamelings, and when a flamecatcher rushes to protect her, in another place, a young captain-born boy named Kusha shelters his younger sister after losing his mother to factory poison.
Well, definitely an interesting synopsis. I kind of got some Fire Force feels from the, like, just the spontaneously bursting into flames.
If you want to hop on Google real quick and put in Flame Hunter and go to images, you might see the original one. At least I think it's the original one.
You know what? That one sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That one, Flame Hunter. You might see some spicy things there. So
I didn't. But
I'm not trying to lose the last hour. So for this one, Technoroid Overmind.
Guess what this is? Guess.
Well, it's Doga Kobo, and they are a goated studio, so I definitely...
Are they?
Yes, they've made so many great shows about mainly cute girls doing cute things, but...
It's an idol show.
Oh, it's an idol show? I'm honestly shocked.
But, the idols are holograms this time. I don't know the details of it.
Yeah.
I just know that it's an idol show, at least in some regard.
Well, I probably won't watch it because I get my fill of idol shows from Love Live and the zombie one, but because it's Doga Kobo, I love the studio. Maybe I'll give it a binge if it has a good reception, but otherwise, I don't know about you guys. It's not on my radar though. For now,
not for me.
This one's interesting.
Synopsis.
So this one you need to go to my anime list real quick and look up the synopsis. This one is I'm watching this one. The trailer alone, like for those that are listening, give Revengers trailer a watch because I was already interested in it.
Crunchyroll very suddenly dropped this.
Yeah, it's so it's an anime original work. Like there's no manga, there's no source material for it. But once we get the synopsis, if you want to read it, Fabian, or if you want me to read it.
Rezo Karima, a man who was betrayed by someone he trusted and now has no place to return. He is now a hitman working for the organization Revenger, which takes revenge on behalf of those who have no power. He works at the Rebengia store that acts as a general store on the outside while hiding Revenger organization beneath the surface. His co-workers include a physician with the destructive impulses and a beautiful androgynous woman. Young man who is both cruel and innocent, a gambler who loves money and alcohol, and an intelligent lacquer craftsman. How do you say that word? Lacquer?
Lacquer?
Lacquer, yeah. Lacquer.
All right. The five men start to build a strange friendship by working together.
Yeah, so I guess reading that synopsis, maybe that wouldn't be your cup of tea, but the trailer makes it look very promising. So I'm leaning towards putting this on my watch list. It looks very interesting. But we'll see. This is another one on my radar as well.
Ars no Kyoju, giant beasts of Ars. The story takes place in an age of swords, heroes, and myths. Giant beasts created the land, but then humans stole the land. This angered the beasts, who then started eating humans in order to fight back. Humans called upon the gods. The Kyoju beasts started spreading around the world, causing great damage, but humans fought back by hunting the Kyoju. Humanity also prospered by what? Also prospered by using the dissected parts of the beast.
That's probably just a little typo there, but so this one, Marty, it kind of reminds me of Decadence. You remember Decadence?
Of course, I remember Decadence. It was a very surprise hit.
Yeah, definitely. But I love the synopsis is pretty cool. I love the visual. I love the trailer. The studio behind it is does some pretty good stuff, I believe. I could be wrong. Oh, they're doing a Galaxy Next Door. Maybe I'm thinking of a different studio. It doesn't look like they've done too much unless there's multiple pages. But
nope.
Okay. So maybe they're more of a newer studio. But this one definitely I want to keep on my radar. I'm not sure if I'll watch it ongoing or not. Yeah, it definitely sounds.
I already have Infinite Isekai to watch.
Facts.
These things I pretty much don't think I'll ever watch because I feel like they will always just be better as manga. But Junji Ito, Maniac, Japanese Tales of the Macabre.
Macabre, actually.
Yeah. So if you're,
it's going to be a Netflix series. I mean, if you like horror,
I love the image we're seeing, but it's
very unsettling.
It just his art shines through and through on manga, and I feel like it's just very rough to put it in animation form. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen clips from his anime, and they look okay, but they don't do justice to the manga. But yeah, that's probably not something I think any of us will watch.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised.
Oh, what the hell? This one already started?
Oh, did it?
Apparently.
4 episodes?
4 episodes.
Kiana of the Great Snow Sea. The boy meets girl high fantasy is set in a world where land is being swallowed by the encroaching Great Snow Sea. Humanity, I assume is what this word is, X out a harsh life above the Tenmaku, a word play on the Japanese word for tent that stretches from the roots to the tops of the giant orbital trees. The story centers around Kiana, a boy who lives above the Tenmaku and Liliha, the princess of a small country Atlan in the Great Snow Sea.
Okay, so the first 4 episodes received an advanced premiere Crunchyroll Expo. Okay, so that's why there's technically 4. So it'll restart and officially air next month. Then I haven't seen much about it. The synopsis sounds okay. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I'll watch this one unless it just gets nothing but positive reviews or big response.
It appears mid.
little bit.
I'm pretty sure this whole section below has given me that vibe.
Yeah.
There's been 1, 2, maybe 3 I've been interested in. So
High Card. Looks like
this
a
is not one of
gambling anime.
Gambling original work looks like, so if you're into original work, maybe and
original
into gambling,
work's not actually a bad thing.
No, it's not. But the second season of Tsurume,
I was mad about this one.
Yeah, this is one I want to watch, and strictly because it's Kyoto Animation. Kyoto Animation is one of my favorite studios. They've done so many, phenomenal series. Their animation is on par, in my opinion, with Mappa, Madhouse, all those big name studios. I think their animation is it's what I like. It's when I describe quality animation. That's what I just would say for Kyoto Animation.
Like, this one was the devil.
Which one?
This one for the
Tsurune? You didn't like it?
No, I'm talking about for making the why can't I think of the name? Yeah. For making the thumbnail, this one was the devil. There's no images of these people by themselves. I had to go and rip it out of a poster and cut around everyone, and it was horrible. And he has a bow.
How we started together.
They have bows. I have to trace bow lines.
Archery club, a bunch of like friends and stuff. If you
also
like animation, check it.
Apparently, people love the BL part of them because there's a lot of that too.
I am not surprised.
Oh, based on a video game, The Legend of the Heroes: Trials of the Cold Steel.
Yeah, I've seen the games like on the PlayStation Store. That's something I don't think any of us check out. So yeah, we can move on because it's something I don't think either of us will check out.
If you like the game series, watch the anime. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monogatari.
This one is definitely something up. This one's actually on my radar and potentially.
The visual is very nice.
I have to watch so many more Monogatari before I feel like I'm allowed to watch it.
Don't tell me how to live my life, bro.
The trailer is really good.
The manga centers on Tutsu Megami, the spirits that have been inhabited aged objects. The protagonist, Kiyama Kunado, despises Tutsu Megami after one of them took away something important from him. He comes to Kyoto and comes to live with Botan Nagatsuki, a girl who loves the Tutsu Megami and lives with them as a family.
Yeah, so this one sounds really promising. Love the visual, love the character designs. I personally really enjoy shows that cover like supernatural, like yokai, spirits, whatever.
Is this one not related to the other Monogatari series, though?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it just has the name in it, but yeah, it's if you're into like series with like yokai spirits in them, check out Monogatari next season. It looks pretty promising. Ugretsuko, that's a show on Netflix. It's I've seen the first season only. It's very funny, very fun. I really like it. I did not know they're up to season 5. I have a lot to binge, but it's a comedy. So if you are into comedy,
I will say I've seen this thing around, so it's just weird that they haven't put a visual on it yet.
Yeah.
All right. The Tale of the Outcasts. Wisteria is an orphan girl living in the corner of the British Empire at the end of the 19th century. Her life is desolate and bleak until she encounters Malvis, a powerful but equally lonely immortal being with a furry appearance, hounded by hunters. Together, Wisteria and Malvis roam the Empire, populated by humans and human-like beasts, in search of a place where they can live together in peace.
Well, just going off of the visual and the synopsis, this is not something I will personally check out.
What are you talking about, bro? Look at this.
How about you guys?
Look, that's peak right there. Look at that.
It looks pretty generic, but
Anime accepts all types, even the furries.
Hey man, I don't judge or disrespect furries, but
I judge.
Same.
I got my gavel. I ain't trying to fight no body battle.
Hey, shout out.
And the video is claimed.
I was gonna say,
I don't sound like him, so we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's whatever.
If you're into generic trash, check out The Tale of the
Outcast. That's probably a little brutal, but
hey, it's coming from me, and I love most anime, so
they don't know that.
Uni-chan wa ashi mai.
Oh, I forget the English.
Is now your sister.
Yeah, that's it.
Morihiro Uyama was just a normal, erotic, game-loving dude until he woke up one morning as a woman. Turns out his mad scientist little sister, Hari, tried out one of her new experiments on him with a disastrous outcome as far as Mahiro is concerned. But Mahiro is also determined to study him as he is determined to go back to his shut-in, game-playing life. And one thing in life can get a whole lot weirder.
Well,
gender band.
The synopsis sounds unique. I don't think I will be checking this one out.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's very colorful. I do like that.
I do like the visual. The synopsis is just, I don't know. It could be good. I do like comedies, and this seems like it could be a good comedy. I'll keep it on my radar, but I don't know about you guys, but that's
you let me know how that turns out.
The art is enough that I'm mildly interested, honestly.
Yeah,
the art is nice. I'll admit the art is nice.
Yeah, definitely the art's nice. Studio Bind, I believe, is a pretty good studio, so it definitely will be visually pleasing, but we'll see how it does.
Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. In the Kingdom of Highland, where fairies serve humans, and is a girl named Anne. Anne's mother recently passed away, so Anne decides to carry on the family trade and become a silver sugar master. A special artist who can create magical candy with her foul-mouthed fairy bodyguard, Charles. She sets out on a journey to the capital.
So, when I saw the image for this, I thought this had like a Madoka look to it. I thought it was one of these trap anime where they lure you in with the cute and then hit you with the dark. But the internet has assured me otherwise. It's just cute.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does look cute.
No, I mean that's its genre. It's supposed to just be cute.
Okay. I love JC Staff, so I like the studio behind it. It's got romance from the tag. I'll keep it on my radar, but this is not one I'll personally be watching ongoing.
Yeah, for any who thinks that, like, oh man, you guys aren't watching anything, give him a minute. Give him a minute.
Oh, bro, you see this little bar right here on the side? We don't got much left, and we aren't watching much.
And yet.
So I think we're all watching this one.
Trigun Stampede.
I'm obligated to watch this, as unoptimistic as I am.
The CGI from the fight scenes that I've seen in some of the trailers or clips that I've seen on TikTok it looks pretty great for the CGI. Like some
I
of the
just
best
hate
CGI I've
Bash's
seen.
design so much.
Way better than Beastars. Also animated Beastars.
And Land of the Lustrous. So yeah, the Trigun is getting it's a reboot, right?
So nobody really knows right now if it's gonna adapt the full manga or if it's gonna just.
I think they announced it wasn't. I had heard that from someone, I believe, but I don't know the accuracy of that.
I don't know. I like his old design more. I like
I hate
animation
the new
more.
so much.
I like the old more right now. So, but we're still gonna watch it. It'll probably turn out being decent. It'll probably turn out to be decent, or even great. But it just
I'll give it a chance.
If it's not going to adapt the manga fully, the original manga that never got adapted completely, because that original anime, the 26 episode anime, never adapted the manga. Like it went off and did its own thing eventually.
Right.
So it just feels like a slap in the face to that original creation to just be like, nah, we're just going to do our own thing with that property.
So, well, the author's behind it, so, and as long as they get most of the original dub cast, I don't see an issue with making
I just want that stuff adapted. That's all.
I really hate Vash's new design so much.
And that's fair. You know, I agree. I like Vash's old design more, but like I'm optimistic about this one just because of who's behind it. Like you got the author behind it and you got Studio Orange, who is a very good studio. So I just think, you know, just time will tell how that one ends up. But I think we're all watching it.
It'll be controversial no matter what happens.
Yeah, there will definitely be hate. There will definitely be hate. But this next one, me and Marty are hyped for. The Vampire Dies in No Time.
So
stupid. This show it's a comedy through and through. The first season, literally, it's like every episode is like its own story kind of thing. It follows the
Vampire Hunter Ronaldo, I think is his name or something.
Yeah, Ronaldo, and then the vampire's name I can't remember. But what could you go to the synopsis for me real quick? Let me see.
It's the original one, but
yeah, it doesn't say the name of the vampire, so unfortunately I don't remember the vampire's name. But basically, he is very weak. Drauk. Okay, so and John, the best character of the series.
The best character, yeah.
So this is a comedy. The Ronaldo is a vampire hunter, and he ends up living with Drauk, the vampire, and Drauk is just very like weak. So even just touching him makes him die, and he turns into sand.
A loud noise has killed him.
Yeah, he dies in the most wonky, funny ways. It's a very entertaining show with a really good opening and ending song for the first season. I hope the second season does justice to that first season's opening, because that one of the best opening songs I've heard in a while. I don't know about you, Marty, but
it's fantastic for the opening.
And the voice casting in The Vampire Dies in No Time is great. You got Jun Fukuyama, I believe is his name, and he voices Lelouch. And Kogias, he voices a bunch of characters, and he does that role so well.
None of which I will name right now.
I don't remember them all.
I know you did.
But yeah, this is one I'm watching 100%. I look forward to it.
Do you guys think I'd like it?
Yeah,
you'd like it. It gets very slapstick and it's fun.
I do enjoy my slapstick. I'll see.
Mayhap.
The ice blade sorcerer shall rule the world. Holy mother of pearl!
It begins.
Look at that whopping Jehoshaphat! What is that?
I heard you like long titles,
bro. That is
too
much.
This is just the first one.
So
I'm gonna read the synopsis, but like the visual, I'll say the visual is nice. I like that. But the Arnold Academy of Magic is a school for the elite, and Ray White is just your ordinary guy. In fact, he doesn't seem particularly skilled with magic at all, and is a bit of a klutz, which is why he has nothing to do with the rumor that one of the great magicians, the Ice Blade Sorcerer, is a member of the incoming class, right?
Oh, so he's actually like really overpowered, and he's trying to hide it.
I guess.
That sounds fun. I might check this out. I like the sound of it.
Yeah, I won't lie. That synopsis is good written. Oh,
wow! This is the first anime the studio's done.
That's a reason for me to check it out, just out of curiosity, see how they do.
Yeah, definitely want to keep on the radar. This one
check it out, folks.
Seems promising.
Take the risk.
It is a risk. It could turn out being quite mid.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit. Oh, this is peak anime right here.
It was hard to find a picture of the main character for this.
So I've already seen clips of the first episode.
Natura Suki na Hito ni Hiro Wareta.
My life as Inukai-san's dog is the English.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Follows a protagonist.
It's an isekai, but a new kind of isekai.
Follows a protagonist who suddenly wakes up one day to find out he has been turned into the pet dog of his cool and beautiful classmate, Karen Inukai. While Karen is cool and expressionless at school, at home, she dotes on her pet dog.
Yeah, so this is it's an ecchi, borderline, like an H anime, so you won't like it, Fabian. Marty, I know you're a man of culture, though, so you might like it. I'm personally looking forward to checking it out.
The premise is really funny.
The culture of people that like fan service. But moving on, this is one I'm also excited for.
Buddy Daddies, the Buddy Assassins who... Buddy Assassin's most formidable target is a little girl?
Yeah, so this one looks like it's an original work as well. And it's by PA Works Studio, who is a very well-known studio. They've done a lot of great anime. You got a great studio behind it. The voice casting is solid from what I was reading. Yeah, they are great. They overcharge on their Blu-rays, though. I wish they wouldn't. But
they sure do, Tom.
A lot of people want to watch this one.
We're never gonna get a sponsorship like that, bro.
Someday.
Oh Lord.
This is
Taiko Soretta.
This one is actually interested in.
He say 30 die, no slow, nah second life. Good God. Encourage films.
Can you get the English translation for it, Matt?
I don't even know. I only knew the last one because it was under the title.
It's I can't remember it word for word, but I think it's like I got reincarnated in my 30s, so I'm chilling in my next life or something like that.
Okay, so it's one of those shows. Yeah, chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army.
That's what it was.
Nero's a soldier of the Dark Lord's army who cannot use magic. Instead, he wields his intellect and initiative as an assistant to one of the Dark Lord's most trusted captains. But when the captain is summarily replaced, Daryl also loses his privileged position and is fired. In disappointment, he retires in a village of humans, getting a new start of life by using his abilities to accept requests for help.
Yeah, I'm interested in this one. I'll probably watch it. I really like it from the synopsis.
Yeah, I agree. There's I don't know if you remember the Banished from the Hero's Party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside anime. So that synopsis just reminds me of that anime, and I really love that one. It was a really wholesome show. This one seems like it could be wholesome as well. The studio behind it has done some
animated the first season of Sentinel Gear, which is the weakest season, but
yeah, it doesn't look like they've done too much. But besides that, I like the look of it and I like the synopsis. So I think I might check it out.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, The Way of the House Husband season 2.
So a lot of people, for those watching and have not watched this, say that the anime really there's no real point to it because it's just like a slideshow. You might as well just go read the manga. But if you don't want to read manga, they basically give you the slideshow presentation of the manga in color on Netflix. So I still find it hilarious. I think the animation style that they went with actually services how hilarious it is because of the way that it goes.
Agreed.
Not many people share that opinion, so be wary. Just know that you're not going to get the best animation, but who needs it when it's a comedy show? So
right. This one's also, I believe, going to be on Netflix, so it's not. I don't think it's going to be an ongoing one, so I don't even know.
Also, very very short. It's very short.
Yeah, the first season is very short. You can finish it in like an hour or two.
16-minute episodes.
Yeah. So, but again, like Fabian said, really good comedy. If you haven't checked out The Way of the House Husband, it's definitely a fun watch. Looks like that was the second core. Okay, so now this is season 2. Okay.
They were split into 2 cores at first, and now we got 2 seasons.
Very
Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill. Oh, Jesus.
Studio Mappa. One of the greatest.
They gotta miss sometime.
They'll never miss.
And like that, Fabian's suddenly watching this show.
Yeah, but if you want to read the synopsis real quick.
Makuta oh my god. Tsuyoshi was nothing special in modern Japan. So when he was summoned to a world of swordplay and sorcery, he thought he was ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Too bad the kingdom that summoned him only got him by mistake. Not only was he not one of the 3 summoned heroes, but his stats were laughable compared to theirs. On top of that, there's something really sketchy about this kingdom. These people are the kind to try and use the hero. He realized and immediately left to make his own way in this other world. The only thing Makuta can rely on is his unique skill, the online supermarket, a skill that allows him to buy modern goods in a fantasy world. It's useless for combat, but if he plays his cards right, he could lead a comfortable life, maybe. But at least that's what Makuta thinks. But it turns out modern food bought with the skill has some absurd effects.
Okay, so it's an isekai. It's got a good amount of volumes. Well, what isekai doesn't these days, but it definitely sounds like it'll be a fun, wholesome, like laid back isekai, and I do enjoy those. Looks like there's a bunch of waifus on the top there of the visual. So yeah, if you like wholesome isekais, I think this is probably going to be one of those. And you got
Prime Video, so I don't know if this is an Amazon one.
Oh, I don't know.
And like that, you've lost me.
It could also end up on a high dive or something. I don't know though.
This is the other thing it has going for me right here.
Yeah. So far, it just not on my radar, but we'll see. Because Map was doing it, I might check it out.
The magical revolution of the reincarnated princess. We're all just going to live great lives. Despite his supposed ineptitude with regular magic, Princess Anisphia defies the aristocracy expectations, but by developing magicology and a unique magical theory based on memories from her past life, one day she witnesses the brilliant noblewoman Ophelia unjustly stripped of her title as the kingdom's next monarch. That's when Anisphia concocts a plan to help Ophelia regain her good name, which somehow involves them living together and researching magic. Little do these 2 ladies know, however, that their chance encounter will alter not only their own futures, but those of the kingdom and the entire world.
Okay. So not only is it an isekai, but it's a romance, and it looks like it's a Yuri anime. So definitely going to be on my radar because I like all of those things.
He's just checking all his boxes as he's saying these things. Like, there we go. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, the studio behind it's done some shows I've seen that I liked, so I like the studio behind it. I like the synopsis, the visual, and the tag, so I might be all in. What about you guys?
I'm not uninterested. I don't know.
Embrace it. One day we'll get you to like fan service.
Yeah, speaking
Unlikely.
of which, Ayakashi Triangle, we mentioned it earlier. It's going to be animated by Connect. I don't know what they've done. I've watched Chaos Dragon. It was mid.
They've done some shows I've seen. I've seen Strike the Blood, not all of it, but a little bit of it. So the animation studio behind it is good at doing like really like good looking visuals, I will say. So that shows promise for Ayakashi.
For those of you that don't know what this is about, teenage exorcist ninja Matsuri has his hands full protecting his town from harmful Ayakashi, but all that exercising has hardened his heart to the playful and helpless ones. Enter Suzu, the Matsuri's childhood friend, who has a crush on him and who calls Ayakashi her friends. But one day, when Suzu is attacked by a powerful Ayakashi, Matsuru ends up magically transformed into a girl. Why does this sound so familiar? Didn't we read something like this earlier?
Yeah,
there was another gender bender.
Yeah.
The jutsu.
Little girl, yeah.
The jutsu is permanent, so now he has two challenges: defeating the growing number of Ayakashi targeting Suzu, and learn how to live as a girl. Is he man or woman enough for the task?
Right. So yeah, the synopsis sounds pretty like unique, I would say. Like there's not many shows that do. There's not many shows that do.
You literally just read a synopsis that sounds exactly like this.
Yeah, but in most
the other one was about a video gaming meet.
There's not a lot of gender bend kind of like shows, I would say. And if there is,
that's not true.
Yeah, if there is, I haven't seen it.
It's gonna be a twin tail. That's one that I've seen.
Well, then there is like not enough to where I would say they're like really popular. But this one I think is going to be popular.
21,923 gender vendors.
Okay, so there's a ton.
I was gonna say, I know that's not true.
I wouldn't be able to watch them all, even if I was immortal. So, but this is a must-watch on my list. It checks all my lists, which is just mainly ecchi and ecchi and romance. I like the romance aspect, and I've seen some of the manga panels, and it looks like there will be action. So.
It was published on Shonen Jump for a while.
Yeah, it's definitely something I think at least me and Marty are going to watch. I don't know about you, Fabian, but
I'll let you guys let me know.
Yeah. I was actually just seeing our buddy sent us like a trailer for it, and I watched it.
And Ria Sotu-san Isekai ni Uku.
Handyman Saito in another
world. This one. Okay.
Saito is an ordinary handyman that gets transported to another world where his skills are very useful. He starts to really understand what it means to be needed. Gandalf.
Yeah, pretty much. You got Gandalf. You got classic. You got elves.
I just love that he's in a jumpsuit.
That is great. I mean,
you got X-23 here.
X-23.
You got Saber.
Good old Gandalf.
You got Nico from Love Live. No, but again, I did watch a trailer for it, but even with that trailer, like it doesn't seem like I love Isekai, but I think I'm gonna give this one a pass for now. They did animate two Isekai that I love greatly. Actually, they animate a lot they've animated a lot of shows that I like. So
wait, hold up.
the studio behind it is at least something studio I like, but I don't know. It's for now, unless it's talked about enough. For me, it's not on the radar. I don't know about you guys. No, for Fabian.
It's an isekai.
Yeah, it's an isekai, so Marty and we'll watch it, and I might. We'll see.
Another one. Saikyo Omiyuji no Isekai.
Oh, this one I'm probably watching. I think I know what this one is.
Haruyushi, the strongest Onmyoji in his world, has betrayed. He's betrayed by his friends, and on the verge of death, he wishes to be happy in his next life. He then attempts a secret reincarnation spell. The spell is a success, and he is reincarnated. But somehow, it's in another world. He is reborn in a distinguished family of wizards, but is judged to have no magical ability. He soon realizes, however, that the magic in this world is nothing compared to his old Onmyu arts, and he declares that he doesn't need magic. He thus begins his easy life in another world with his Onmyu arts and a multitude of yokai creatures who follow him.
Never mind. It's not the one I thought it was because I recognized it afterward.
Oh my god. You can already see the CGI. They couldn't even draw it for the poster.
Oh no.
Yeah, that one's probably going to be a pass for
they don't
all of us.
A big, deep resume here.
No, they don't. I don't know. Even just reading the synopsis, I don't think I will be checking that one out. But moving on to one that I think we'll all be watching.
A Record of Ragnarok 2.
Oh, yeah.
This is one that a lot of people still say that you should just read the manga. Is what a Netflix exclusive, so the next season will be available on Netflix. It's basically just a bunch of gods from history and versus humans, and the greatest humans in history, all for the sake of what
if the gods
humanity lives or die.
Yeah.
Humanity lives or dies. So
it's the greatest tournament arc of anime.
The animation for the first season was very hit or miss. There was like points where it was just like a slideshow, where it was just showing us like a really well drawn thing of a clash, but then it would like just cut camera and then show us another really, really well drawn picture. So the frame rate was not existent for some of these fights.
You can't tell me you didn't feel nothing in that third fight, though.
I didn't.
How dare you? You lie.
See, you guys have like the benefit of the manga behind this, where you've seen how like epic it is and all that great stuff. I haven't read the manga yet. Like I see this and I'm like, wow, that looks rough. Like I like the concept. It looks really hype, but I'm still gonna watch this season. But I just feel like they could have done better.
They actually toned some stuff down from the manga too in the first season.
See?
Yeah.
That's that ish I don't like.
I agree with you. The animation wasn't the best for season 1. I still enjoyed it, and I look forward to season 2 because my favorite fight so far has been the Jack the Ripper fight.
A lot of people's favorite fights.
Yeah. So the upcoming fight I'm really excited for, so that just makes me excited for Record Ragnarok season 2. Marty and I ended up binging the first season together, and I think we both enjoyed it.
We did. We could agree the animation was poo-poo, but the story itself still very enjoyable.
Yeah, and there's some hype moments. Like Marty said, it's like one of the greatest tournament arcs you'll ever watch/read. So definitely
the whole
out.
show is basically just a tournament arc. So
it is everything you could ask.
That's all you need. Like if you're into fighting, you'll love it.
All right.
Oh, this one I'm checking out.
Ice Guy and his cool female colleagues.
This one looks funny.
Maruko is a living descendant of the Snow Woman from Japanese folklore, but anytime he's around his eccentric yet kind colleague, Furutsuki-san, he totally freezes up, and despite the snowstorm of love that rages in his heart and her complete cluelessness, he will take a step forward or stay frozen in place? Will he take a step forward or stay frozen in place?
Yeah, so it's not like it's not following a bunch of high school. It's not a high school romance. It's like an office romance. So that alone is probably more pleasing to a more adult audience.
Points in its favor.
And it looks very funny. The synopsis alone.
Are there any other images, or do we just got the one?
Just the one.
Okay. Because I was seeing some images where it's just him standing right next to this woman and just blasting like cold energy into the air, and she's just completely normal.
Yes. Yeah, that one's definitely on my list to watch. It looks very fun. Looks like the studio's done some Tsugumomo. I highly recommend that anime. Really hype. They've done some other shows that I've seen as well, but Tsugumomo, My Roommate is a Cat, and Grand Blue I've heard great things about. I've heard it's a really funny comedy. I haven't watched it yet though, but yeah, so it looks like studio's good at doing comedies, so looks like
good.
They do a good job with that. Moving on.
Apparently, Delusion Adventures will save the world. Disillusion.
Yeah.
On that day, an adventurer with a wealth of experience, Nick, was expelled from the party by the leader whom he looked up to as a father. Despite his constant support for his slovenly party members, be it financially or in teaching them, he was framed for embezzlement and expelled. Dumped by his girlfriend as well, Nick was thoroughly depressed and went to a bar to drink away his sorrows when he found companions in a former noble lady and an excommunicated priest and a female dragonoid warrior. Jesus.
Oh, wow.
And they were similarly adventurers who had been betrayed and could no longer trust others, precisely because they all knew the pain of being betrayed, and they decided to team up as a party to earn a living. How about we call ourselves the Survivors?
Well, I actually like the sound of that. Studio Geek Toys, I think they did one of the Data Live seasons, and I really love Data Live. I know the studio's done some good work. Could you full screen the visual for me? I want to...
No.
Oh. Yeah, so you got a dragonoid girl from Marty here who's into the Durgans. I don't know. This one I might just save to see how it's doing, and then if it's getting some good response, I'll give it a binge. But I like the sound of it. Enough. Yeah, I like the synopsis. The visual and the character designs are okay. I'll probably have to see it in animation before I give my 100% opinion on that. But something I'll keep on the radar. Yeah, Geek Toys. So yeah, they did Data Live Season 4. They did Data Bullet, which I still need to watch. Plunderer, I still need to finish. Doesn't look like they've done much else. So they are a newer studio, but
they have some good titles under them already.
They do, and honestly, Data Live Season 4 looked phenomenal. So I think
this is the one I thought. Yeah, this is the one.
Endo and Kabayashi Live. The latest on Tsundere villainess
Lisa Lott.
One day, Crown Prince Sage hears the voice of the gods out of the blue, and apparently his fiancée, Lisa Lott, is a Tsundere's villainess destined to meet her demise, and her sharp tongue is just a way of covering up her embarrassment. The prince can hardly contain himself after discovering Lisa's adorable hidden side. Little does he know that the heavenly being that bestowed this knowledge onto him are actually high schoolers. Can he use their divine prophecy, Let's Play commentary, to save his betrothed and avoid a bad end?
Betrothed, but yeah.
Yeah, betrothed.
What did I say?
Betrothed.
Oh.
So I love the name or the synopsis. They've done Tezuka Productions have done a ton of anime that we all like. So the studio behind it is promising. Me and Marty loved what was the villainess show? With Baccarina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that one
All
right now, but
Doom. That's part of the title. I'm the villainess, but all routes lead to doom, or something like that.
Yeah. So there's been an ongoing trend I've noticed. Like we got that show, we got
third
this
one,
season.
I think now.
Yeah, that's like they've been coming out like every like couple seasons. I've noticed like one or two is popping up that are similar, like that have to do with like the villainess and like
since Baccarina.
Yeah, ever since Baccarina came out, that they've been coming out with these. Oh, go down real quick, Fabian. Right there. My Next Life. Go up. My Next Life as a Villainess. That is the name of the show that I definitely highly recommend. Very fun, very funny, and I'm hoping this one that is coming out is going to be similar.
All routes lead to doom.
Yeah, that one is
really good show. We probably will get a third season eventually too.
Oh, dude! Finally, one I could talk about. Kubo won't let me be invisible. First year high schooler Junta Shirashi is a Bob character who goes unnoticed even when he's standing right next to you. But his classmate, heroine level beauty Kubo, also always notices him and is there to tease him. Anyone can become special to someone, but it might be a little too early to call these feelings love. Perhaps the story is still 2 steps from being a romantic comedy. Let's call it a sweet comedy where a background character becomes visible. That sums it up perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm caught up with this manga. It's a very short manga, even though it has over 100 chapters. Each one of the chapters is like only 12 pages long, and the dialogue in it is usually pretty short. So, and honestly, the pacing and the cliffhangers that they kept putting in it kept me wanting to read it. And I read this thing in like, I don't know, like less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
And the relationship that develops here between the main character, the girl, and even this crew of friends here is really enjoyable. You love to see it, and I think you guys
just love to see it.
Yeah, this is on my list. It seems similar to like a bunch of other shows that I like Nagatoro, that's also airing, that we'll get to, and just other shows that are similar. I like the teasing genre. It's fun. They usually are all very enjoyable romance anime, so this one is probably going to be the same.
There really isn't any like sexualization of the characters. There are some like page graphics, like when you're reading through the manga, that are kind of lewd, like, but not really. So it's all pretty innocent. Like there's no.
So just wholesome.
There's no like
teasing,
like body focus on this. So
okay,
it's just more trying to get him to come out of his shell.
Yeah.
Okay, saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement. Mitsushi falls off from a cliff, at which point she finds herself transported to some sort of medieval European fantasy world. While there, during a battle with some wolves that almost cost her life, she realizes that she has the ability to come and go between Earth and this new world. And she decides to use this ability as much as she can. Why? To save up for retirement, of course. She sets her sights on saving 80,000 gold coins, and this is the story of her schemes to get there.
Oh yeah, so this one is on my list as well. That synopsis seems to sum up the story pretty well. I saw the trailer for it. It looks hilarious. Looks like it's a newer studio, but definitely doesn't look. It's an isekai technically, but yeah,
they did a horror sound. Cool.
Yeah, as well as the Neko Para OVA and anime. But yeah, this one is on my list. Looks like it'll be a fun isekai.
Yep.
Moving on.
The angel next door spoils me rotten. A man lives alone in an apartment, and the most beautiful girl in school, and the hero lives next door, just next door. They've almost never spoken until the day he sees her in distress on a rainy day and lends her his umbrella to return the favor. To return the favor, she offers him help around the house, and the relationship slowly begins to blossom as the distance between them closes.
Yeah, so this one, the synopsis basically sums it up. It's another romance. I've seen a lot of like reception about this announcement. A lot of manga readers for it really like it and are very excited for it.
The manga's very pretty.
I've seen some panels for it. It looks beautiful. This one is the studio behind it has done a lot of great romance anime. This one's on my list. Looks great. I look forward to it. This one is getting a ton of hype. If you want to read the title and the synopsis real quick. Oh, you're muted, Fabian.
Spy Classroom, my bad. When every country in the world engages in a shadowy war of espionage, there will always be work for those who are willing to take on the risks. To answer the call, the world's greatest spy creates an organization dedicated to tackling missions considered impossible, though it remains to be seen why the 7 members of this group all have no experience.
Yep. So it's based on a light novel. I see this that first volume cover I've seen at Barnes & Noble so many times, and I always wanted to buy it to check it out, and it just so happened to get an anime announcement.
Oh, Hinamatsuri.
Yeah, Studio Feel, they've done a lot of good shows.
Yeah, they've been around.
It's the synopsis sounds great. It's got a big cast. There's like a lot of female characters, and all the female characters like from the cast that I've seen, it is beyond stacked for a bunch of like popular Japanese voice actresses. Like one off the top of my head that I know is Inori Minase, who voices Rem from ReZero. She voices who would you guys know her as? Well, you know Rem, obviously, but
who's that?
Dang it, that's fair. No one knows Rem right now. But anyway, stacked cast. The synopsis sounds great. You got a lot of good-looking waifus there. I think this is going to be a hit this season. I think it's going to be very popular as well. I definitely think, Marty, you should put this on your radar. Fabian, I know this is not your cup of tea, but we'll let you know how it does.
All right, scrolling up. We're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Reborn to master the blade from Hero King to Extraordinary Squire. Look at the Japanese title.
I don't even want to dare pronounce any
From
of that.
his deathbed, Hero King English, the divine knight and the master of all he surveys, gazes down on the empire he built with his mighty hand, having devoted his life to statecraft and his subjects' well-being. His one unfulfilled wish is to live again for himself this time, a warrior's life he devoted himself to before his rise to power. His patron goddess, Alisa, hears his plea and smiles upon him, flinging his soul into the far future. Goddesses work in mysterious ways. Not only is English now the daughter of a minor noble family, but at her first coming of age ceremony at 6, she's found what the hell?
It's supposed to be ineligible.
Ineligible. All right, I've been reading too much. To begin her knighthood. However, for a lady English ambition, this is less of a setback and more the challenge she was reborn to overcome. It's not the blood that runs through your veins that makes you a knight. It's the blood you shed on the battlefield. The curtain rises on the legend of an extraordinary lady squire reborn to master the blade.
Okay, so it's a isekai gender bend, looks like?
It's not the first time that's happened, but I mean, that is part of it.
Yeah, gender bender.
It seems like we get to grow up with the character a little bit, which I'm a fan of, though.
I do like when shows do that, and when isekai mainly do that. I mean, just from the sound of it, I don't think I'll be checking this one out. But Marty, if you're gonna check this out, let me know.
I probably will.
Yeah.
I like the sound of it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's the visual looks pretty good, but not enough for me to check it out personally. But we'll keep tabs on it and let you folks at home know how it does.
Tomo-chan is a girl. Boyish high school girl Azuwa Tomo finally manages to tell her childhood friend Jun that she's got a crush on him. Unfortunately, her confession goes right over his head, and he didn't even realize she was a girl until junior high. And even now, Jun still thinks of her as a bro. How can Tomo-chan possibly convince him otherwise and win Jun's heart?
Yep. So another popular anime coming out, or popular manga, sorry, that is getting an anime adaptation. I've been seeing people for years now saying, like, in art, like when people like post like, what manga do you want to see get an anime? Tomo-chan is one of them that I see pretty frequently. So the manga does really well. I love the art for the manga that I've seen. I'm sorry, what? That's got to be a typo, because only 8 volumes? No way. That's not right. But anyway,
it could have been discontinued from print.
I don't know.
Those are some really big omnibuses. 8 volumes, but
like a couple hundred chapters each. But yeah, this one definitely I think is going to be popular this season. From that synopsis alone, it sounds really funny. And it's romance, so it checks off all the marks for me. I don't know about you, Marty.
Maybe.
Looks interesting.
It doesn't look terrible. I like the idea of. I would have liked if he just didn't realize she was a girl immediately. It sounds like from episode 1 that's going to be apparent, but
yeah, we'll see. But Near Automata. So this is Automata. It's a anime. It's a video game series that's getting an anime adaptation. I have platinumed Nier on PlayStation. It is one of the greatest hack and slash RPG games I've ever played. Beautiful story, great character designs, amazing music. The studio behind it is really hype, from what I'm seeing. And actually, they just came out with a character trailer for 2B, the girl in the visual, and the animation. Good lord, they're popping off on this one. So if you are a fan of the video game series, Nier is getting an anime. And even if you haven't played the video game series, this is something to check out, I think, because it's like, it's its own story. So you don't have to watch anything prior to. Like, you don't have to play the video game. I feel like it's something you'll be able to jump into. But we'll see, because you never know with video game adaptations. Sometimes they'll do, like, just completely out of order stuff for the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be great. That one's on my list to watch.
Farming life in another world. After Hiraku dies of a serious illness, God brings him back to life, gives his health and youth back, and sends him to a fantasy world of his choice. In order to enjoy his second shot, God bestows upon him the almighty farming tool, which watch as Hiraku digs and chops and plows in another world in this laid-back farming fantasy.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of excitement for this one.
Farming simulator looks weird.
Yeah, it's got waifus in it. No, but this is a isekai, another isekai, a very stacked isekai season.
They eating good.
This one is going to air on High Dive, if you have that. Otherwise, you have to find other means to watch it. It is personally on my list to watch. I like the synopsis. I like wholesome, laid-back isekai like that. And I really like the character designs for all the girls. So I'll be checking it out, and I'll let you guys know how it is. Ooh, Tokyo Revengers, the Christmas Showdown arc. So, no synopsis, but Tokyo Revengers is a very popular manga / anime. So this is the second season to the anime.
The manga recently ended too, right?
Yeah.
The manga did just end. So they'll be able to fully adapt it, hopefully. There's, the synopsis if you want to read it real quick, Fabian.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about this already.
Yeah,
I haven't read any of the second season. The ones that have like a sequel season, I haven't read the synopsis to the first season.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, so Tokyo Revengers, again, if you've seen the first season or if you're a manga fan, season 2's coming. The only thing that is something to mention is that I don't know if it's going to be on Crunchyroll because there's some new deal with Disney. So I think the second season might be coming to either Disney Plus or Hulu because
it'll probably be Hulu in the States.
Yeah, in the States, because right now we're getting Bleach on Hulu and Bleach is on Disney Plus. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen for Tokyo Revengers, but I don't know 100%. But anyway, with how that first season ended, it was a massive cliffhanger, and I need this second season to come out ASAP. Ooh,
right here, man.
Let's go. So, season 4, part 2 of Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? This is honestly one of my favorite anime series ever. I love it. So, if you're caught up with that, something to really look forward to. This visual looks freaking intense. Kind of feels like it's a little bit of a spoiler, but that is okay. For those that are just listening, you don't have to see that. But it's crazy how big the series has gotten.
Bro, the first half of this season 4, it hit. Man, it was really good.
Yeah, I've seen too many spoilers. It's too popular of a show, unfortunately, to avoid them. But this one, the stakes are high, so looks like they're not playing around anymore. Like the fun and games for Bell are over. So yeah, something to look forward to for all you.
To pick up girls in a dungeon. Season 4, part 2.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and move on to something I'm probably gonna watch because I watched season 1. But, so knew the fruit of evolution before I knew it. My life had it made. So this is an isekai. I think this one's actually getting a new studio because the character visuals have gotten a complete rehaul. Okay, no, so it's still the same season, but it looks very, very different. But this main character, he gets reincarnated, and his entire class actually gets reincarnated into this world. And he starts out, he's like this fat kid who got picked on a lot. And he ends up
both characters in this image are the same characters of each other.
Yes. So the fat kid turns into a handsome kid that gets overpowered, and then he meets this gorilla who turns into a waifu. Yes. So you got a gorilla waifu, and it's a second season for that. So if you checked out the first one, I'm sure you'll look forward to the second one. If you haven't, I just briefly talked about it. It's a very weird.
It's a weird one.
It's a weird show, but I will say I really enjoyed the first season. It was kind of like a sleeper hit, I would feel like, and the fact that it just got a second season to begin with says enough. The studio was willing to put in more effort for it. So I think season 2 will be fun, but we'll see how it does. Inspector season 2. Season 1, I knew nothing about going into. I liked the character visuals, and looks like the first episode premiered early at Anime Expo, so some people got to see that. Inspector, the first season was really good. It's a mystery, supernatural. Briefly, the first season is about this couple that has to take on this ghost girl who is going around killing people with a steel beam. So that's all I'll give you guys at home that are listening. It's very funny. It's got a little bit of action in it. I wouldn't say the action is like the main focus, but
More mystery.
it's more mystery to it, and the animation is really beautiful, and it's got a really good music, really good voice cast. Season 2, I'm hyped for season 2. I even actually picked up the first manga volume for this one because I really liked it. So I'm hyped for season 2. It's on my list. I believe it's on your list too, Marty.
Yeah, I watched season 1.
Heck yeah.
I still have to watch season 1. It's on the list. It's been on my radar.
Yeah, that one will be very good.
There we go.
Oh, moving on to Peak. I mean, don't toy with me. Miss Nagatoro season 2 or Second Attack. I love that they did Second Attack just because she always teases them. So if you're a fan of Don't Toy With Me Nagatoro season 1, season 2 is coming out next month. This one had some controversy just because of the first episode. There's some pretty hardcore, like practically bullying in the first episode, but the tone dramatically shifts after that, and it just starts to become a wholesome romance, and you get some good character development. So there's fan service in it too, but
they changed studios.
Did they? Interesting. Okay. Odd Taxi, Comey Can't Communicate, Summertime. Oh, Summertime Rendering, man, that show, I really wish it didn't hit Disney Plus because I've heard nothing but great things. I can't wait to watch it. They've done a lot of the Pokemon movies. Interesting. But yeah, so if you're for all you Don't Toy With Me Nagatoro fans, season 2 is coming. I'm hyped. I think, Marty, you're excited for that one as well?
I will be watching it, yes.
Nice. Fabian, how about you? No?
It's enough for me, dog.
That's fair. We can go ahead and move on if you'd like. Oh, let's freaking go. Bungo Stray Dogs.
Look at that visual.
Got it. So, Bungo Stray Dogs, like, Marty, me and you started this one, I think, basically together, right? We watched it.
I think so.
Yeah. So, Fabian, you got into this more recently. What are your thoughts on Bungo Stray Dogs?
So honestly, I feel like it's not talked about enough. Like, I know it's popular out there, but it's such a unique premise. It's not like a typical like battle shonen or anything. It's got it's got a mixture of like a real life setting and a supernatural one that it meshes very well. I love the references to like different authors and their work.
Yeah, the references to literature, awesome.
Really cool.
The literature references are really cool. The power sets that are in here are really unique.
Yes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like kind of like X-Men-y, with like how unique the abilities are. Yeah, it's really great. The first 2 seasons were a great highlight, and then we watched the movie, and then we watched season 3, and season 3 was really great. I almost read the manga after season 3, but I had a lot on my plate at the time, so I just kind of left it alone. And thankfully, we got a season 4. Is the manga still ongoing?
I believe so. To my knowledge, it is.
104.
Oh, so they must be longer chapters if there's 22 volumes and only 100.
And this one goes in that same category as like Twin Star Exorcist and Seraph the End.
Yeah, it's
like
been
they all
ongoing
started
for
around
a
the same
while.
time.
Yeah, and there's a ton of spin-off mangas. Like there's some light novel. Bungo Stray Dogs. I think it like Fabian said, it isn't talked about enough. If you haven't watched Bungo Stray Dogs, go to that first season. It's on Crunchyroll. It's got full sub dub. It's got a movie. The movie is freaking epic.
I feel like if you're not liking how it feels like to start, check out this movie, and then you'll see like kind of where you're working towards. and then you're kind of just see where it's going, because I know some newer anime watchers get pretty impatient about things, and if you want to see that eventually your viewing time is going to pay off, like you'll get a little something here.
Definitely. Yeah. Marty, you haven't seen season 3, have you?
I also haven't seen the film yet.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're on Crunchyroll.
They're on Crunchyroll. You definitely gotta get on it, because season 4 is gonna be hype. Go ahead and move on to one of, I would say, our most anticipated shows this season.
Definitely my most anticipated.
Vinland Saga Season 2. So, one thing to note about this one is that it isn't going to be done by Studio Wit this time. It's going to be done by Mappa, because they will never rest, because they want to give us every piece of entertainment they can.
Mappa really is just trying to become Japanese Disney.
I do believe that a lot of the people from Wit Studio are helping with this one, though. From what I remember reading, I could be wrong. But so Vinland Saga. Marty, you haven't watched this one yet, right?
It's an Amazon jail.
It's not an Amazon jail anymore. It's on Netflix.
Well, it was an Amazon jail.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and I believe it's coming to Crunchyroll if it's not already on there. So season 2 is going to be coming to Crunchyroll and Netflix. So if you have either one, you'll be good. The manga is highly regarded. The first season was just beautifully done, beautiful animation.
They get dedicated hardcovers. That's how you know it's good.
I literally have the first volume.
This one, Berserk, and Kingdom are very commonly held in comparison to each other.
Yeah, and they're two of them are
Vagabond
historical.
Too.
Vagabond, yeah.
Vagabond. So, I didn't forget about Vagabond.
Yeah, it's about Vikings. There's more to it, of course. It's more. There's a lot of action in it, but it is pretty like character driven. Like it's more about the character development of the main character, I would say, and the struggles that he goes through in his life. But this is a highly recommended from, I would say, all of us here. Do you have anything you want to add, Fabian? How'd you feel about season 1? I know you watched it.
I recently binged it before the fall anime season came around, because I knew I wasn't really going to have time during the fall anime season, so I wanted to knock this out before this January winter season came around. And man, one of the best binges of my life, I swear to God.
I'm glad you liked it.
This is top tier. I freaking loved it. I love the real world setting. I love stories that have an unforgiving world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
This world is very unforgiving. It does not give a damn about you. It's gonna eat you up and spit you back out, and then make you do it all over again. Like it is like it subverts all expectations with like usual storytelling, and you're kind of like thrown in a couple curveballs, because there's a lot of different characters that you're following, and you kind of get your main character gets kind of put like in the background a little bit, because you're following the main character through the shoes of another character.
Yep.
Which is a very hard thing to pull off, and this pulls it off.
Yeah, surprisingly well. And I know season 2 is going to be basically focused on the main character again. But I just know a little bit brief about it, but the manga readers are hyping this season up. So if you haven't watched Vinland Saga yet, check it out. It's on Netflix. And I don't know 100% if season 1 is on Crunchyroll yet, but season 2 is going to be coming to Crunchyroll. Okay, yeah. So season 1 is not on Crunchyroll yet. If it's gonna come, it probably won't happen until season 2.
This one, me and Matt are both watching.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and move on. By the Grace of the God, season 2. Oh, let's go. So this is another isekai, and it has a synopsis. Actually, do you want to read this one?
Reincarnated as a child in another world, middle-aged Japanese office worker Ryoma Takeyabashi Yoshimitsu is living his life to the fullest in the realm of Selfall and testing his skills in unexpected ways. Now, Ryuma's about to show off his business acumen by using alchemy and the knowledge from his past life. As his slimy experiment in monster taming take on a new turn and monster hunting quests from the guild fill up his schedule, Ryoma isn't wasting a minute of his second chance at life.
Yeah. So in this one, Ryoma, this is one of the isekai where he starts out as a kid, and so far that's how he has stayed. But he ends up meeting these slimes, and he basically is able to get a bunch of different types of slimes and use them to borderline become like an overpowered isekai protagonist would be.
He doesn't really.
He's not
overpowered. It's just he's inventive.
He's very inventive and he's very strong for his age.
He can adapt to the situations.
Yeah. And one of the fun things about this series is that the characters that he meets, so like the blonde girl on the visual, her family, he meets his family, and they are just the sweetest family ever. It's one of the highlights for me in season 1 was just how much how kind this family is and how kind they treat him. Because I guess I'll mark it spoilers real quick. So if you haven't seen By the Grace of the God season 1, there will be some brief minor spoilers that I want to mention. That is just that.
I'm trying to think about how to talk about this without spoiling anything. It's kind of hard.
I don't want to give too much away, but I would like to recommend this one. I think people should give it a shot. But the thing that this family does is the fact that the main character it starts out alone and he just has these slimes. He is he ends up getting killed and he reincarnates and he's all alone. So he's kind of low key depressed about it. And this family really helps him come out of his shell, makes him happy again. And it's really
he lived a hard life previously.
Yeah, he had a very hard life. And so just meeting this kind family, he really enjoyed it, or he really liked that happened.
He really appreciated it.
Really appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. And it's really all I wanted to mention that would be technically spoilers. I don't know if there's any other spoilers you want to add, Marty.
No, nothing that I want to I don't want to rob anyone of the experience of the show. It really is pretty special.
Yeah, it agreed. It's got a lot of people that actually want to watch it. Out of all the shows I've seen that you've clicked on, there hasn't been that many want to watch. So the fact that this one has a lot,
I have them in order of the highest number of want-to-ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is it got a pretty skyrocket in popularity, I would say then, because the first season I didn't see talked about a lot, but I'm glad that it's gotten gotten some spotlight. So if you haven't checked out the first season,
I'm very surprised what the number one is for this season, but we'll get to that in a second. But this is a good old Bofuri.
Oh, Bofuri! I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense season 2. So
you didn't see the first season, right, Fabian?
No,
yeah.
So it's a treat.
The first season is great. This one isn't an isekai, but it's like a video game world. So it's like a VR.
They're not trapped or anything. They're just playing the game.
Yeah, they're not trapped. It's just they're playing the game. It's like a virtual reality game.
Very comedic.
Very comedic, very funny. It's got some really good action scenes in it, despite the fact that it's kind of cutesy. The Maple, the main character, the female shield hero, if you will, is great. She's hilarious. She does the most ridiculous things with her overpowered abilities. This is honestly a must-watch this season. If you haven't checked out season 1 of Bofuri, I recommend it.
You should. It's quite a watch.
Yeah, me and Marty are probably...
I'll rave about this show for a while. It's such a fun show.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is something you should watch, Fabian. And the fact that it got a season 2 should tell you that it's got some recognition. But we'll let you know how season 2 does, of course.
In fact, that's the second highest on the want to watch list. Says
Yeah,
more
that
than
too.
anything.
And number 1.
I'm surprised this number.
All right. So the last one and the one that is the most the most hyped want to watch, The Misfit of Demon King Academy season 2. So,
also being animated by the same studio as the last one.
Oh yeah, Silverlink. They're doing Yozakura family, so
bodes well.
So Marty, you watched season 1 alongside me.
Sure
right?
did.
So how'd you feel about season 1 of the Misfit of Demon King Academy?
So overpowered protagonist is a very common theme in anime. And they didn't turn the trope on its head, but they dialed it up to 1,000.
They did. The main character in this. So I'll put the spoiler tags on. So if you haven't
you want to talk about the first episode a bit?
Just a little bit, but
I think I know what you want to talk about.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the Misfit of Demon King Academy, check it out.
And you haven't, right, Fabian?
No,
he hasn't. Okay. I won't give anything crazy away, but I just want to briefly talk about
the first episode thing.
Yeah, so the first season, so Anos Voldigord or Voldigod.
Voldigod.
He is the Demon King. Very overpowered. He ends up getting reincarnated as a baby. Yep. One of the really funny scenes of the is that when he's first born as a baby, his mom and dad are very excited, like, "Oh, what should we name you?" And then, as a baby, the Demon King speaks and says, "My name is Anos Voldigold," and the parents are just like, "What the heck?" Like freaking out. It's so really funny scene. But this one's great. It's got if you like the main character so overpowered, he's like,
oh my god,
taking over the show. Like that's the highlight of the show. Like he does. His powers are ridiculous. Like I don't even want to describe some of them because I don't want to even give away.
I want to describe one because it's in the first episode, so you'll see it in the first episode. And it's what sold me on the show.
Go ahead.
It's the first fight he's in because they have like an entrance fight thing. I don't remember the details to get into like a school.
Yes.
And when he's fighting this guy, he defeats him with his heartbeats.
Yep. Yeah. So
he killed him with his heartbeat, Fabian.
Yeah, he literally defeated this guy by just increasing his heartbeat. That's how overpowered he is. He is able to increase his heartbeat and the vibrations.
He resurrects the guy to do it again.
Yeah, and he
another one.
Well, you had it's one amazing. Death. What about second death? No, but
it's so over the top. I love it.
It is over the top a bit, but in a good way, a very comedic way. And you got so I remember the white hair girl's name I believe was Misha, and Sasha's the blonde haired girl. They're both pretty good. I like them. I think they're solid secondary.
We very briefly got introduced to the black hair girl last season.
Yeah, towards the end. Towards the end, I believe. Yeah, and then the white haired guy is also one of their classmates. This one I think is definitely a must watch, but I am also surprised as you that it is the most want to watch show.
It wasn't a perfect show. Now, it definitely wasn't a perfect show last season. It was very fun.
I definitely think Vinland Saga would be number one if it wasn't locked to Amazon at the time, because
probably.
I feel like as popular as Vinland Saga manga is, the anime just wasn't talked about as much as I thought it would have been, and that's strictly because of how limited access it was. But
I'm genuinely surprised this being out both furry too.
So I mean, for as far as the want to watch thing, you got to keep in mind it's the people that bother to do it. Like I didn't even do it for I use this website all the time, and I didn't put the ones that I'm gonna watch on here. Like I got 7 things on here that I'm gonna watch, and I didn't add any of them to my want to watch list. So I just wait till they're ongoing, and then I just say, all right, well, I have to put it on
you
watch,
just
and then
put on watch,
it
exactly.
just shows up on my list, and then I add my episodes and so on and so forth.
Yep.
Right. So, and that's just this Anime Planet's website. I'm sure my anime list and list,
sure
another website, they're
completely
different lists. But that will wrap up the winter 2023 season. So I guess I would say for me, real quick, overall, there's a lot of season twos or just new seasons in general that I'm very hyped for. I think my count right now is like at a little over 20 shows that I'm like I want to check out. So it's gonna be a stacked season for me. I gotta probably pick and choose some that I want to hold off on just because of.
I'm at like 7 right now, maybe 8.
I haven't done the proper count yet. I'm not sure. It's a good number. It's probably
having read most of these, even after we talked about them, I'm still like, there's nothing that jumped out at me that's like
that you want to check
out
right away.
Out now. This sounds like it's like the next greatest thing. Like
this is more of a sequel season than anything else.
There's a lot of sequels. There's a lot of isekai trash. And
this isn't a bad thing. Hey, leave my trash alone.
And then just trash.
Give me the garbage.
I love the garbage.
I want the garbage. No,
but there's a lot to love here, and then obviously when these shows get their second season,
we'll see what the hidden gems turn out being too. Like we could very well made fun of something. That's
always interesting. But for right now, I don't see like anything on here just predicting. I don't see any of them being like the standout, like, oh, this is gonna be the best like new show that we've gotten.
I think the judo one's gonna surprise a lot of people.
I agree. I think that one shows some promise. What are the shows that you're going to watch, Fabian? I know Vinland Saga.
For me, Vinland Saga, Bungo Stray Dogs, Kubo, Tokyo Revengers, Trigun, Danmachi. I already said Kubo. The Way of the House Husband, depending on whenever that drops, but technically that's not even going to be like a full-on thing.
Yeah.
The only one I'm debating, and it's just not a thing because I just haven't played this game. So
right, and then that is one. Like I said, I feel like people can like.
You guys keep talking. I gotta get Jack.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Nier is going to be one of those where if you haven't played the video game, like you can dive into it and you'll probably really enjoy it. It looks like it's going to be just one of those anime that is so beautifully animated that it gains the popularity. But because it's Nier and it already has a massive like following, I think I think it's going to do fine. Yeah. What's some of the shows you're really hyped for, Marty?
Let's see. We got Bo Furry Season 2, Demon Academy Season 2, Spectre Season 2, By the Grace of the Gods Season 2.
Yep.
The Judo one I really do kind of want to check out. I might check out what was it called? Revenger, the one you said you were really excited about.
Yeah, Revenger. That one looks fun.
I might check out the reincarnated one where Now I'm a Sister, or whatever it was called. That one seems like it might be fun to watch.
Okay,
this one?
Yeah, it sounds like it's fun. Probably most of the isekai trash because I always like my isekai trash. And I don't think I'm missing too many. Oh, Trigun, sure. Trigun, Tokyo, Revengers.
Man, I mean, it'll be a nice break for me, just because this past season I've had a lot. I've had a lot. For me, usually, because I don't pick up that many shows. I don't jump on too many new ones. I've been burned too many times on new ones.
I won't. I'll start a lot, but I won't finish them all for sure. That's usually.
I can't do that. When I start something, I gotta finish it, and I'm not. If
I'm the same way.
If it's not worth my time, like to begin with, or it doesn't have like that general hype around it, I'm not gonna even bother. Plus, I got my shirt project now. If shows aren't shirt worthy, then I got a crappy show on my list.
The minute I decide the show has become a chore to watch, that is when I will start to drop it.
Yeah, I can't like Sakugan a couple seasons ago. I didn't really care to keep going.
Didn't finish Sakugan.
See, I couldn't do it. I had to keep going. I had to see it out. I just like the ending was decent. I won't lie, but the journey to get there was not the greatest.
Yeah, that one was rocky. But yeah, other than the shows that are getting season 2s, I think Tomo-chan is a girl, the one with the redhead, where the guy thinks of her as just a bro. I think that one's going to do very well. I think Spy Classroom is going to be one of the ones on like the anime trending website and just talked about in general. I think that one's going to be high up on the list of shows. I'm personally looking forward to the Saving 80,000 Gold in Another World. That one looks really funny.
That's in my isekai trash list.
Yeah. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten, and The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague are both also ones I want to check out. I think those will both be fun.
Guy. Yeah, I want to watch The Ice Guy.
And then the only other one I wanted to mention is the Buddy Daddy one. That one looks.
Oh, Buddy Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah. PA Works is a big studio, and this one just looks like it'll be really fun. But yeah, I got a stack season ahead of me. So do you, Marty.
Oh, we forgot about The Vampire Dies in No Time.
Well, that was just on my list of the season 2 that I will watch. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for
this
that.
This one might be a sleeper.
Oh, yeah, the Ice Blade Sorcerer. Very promising synopsis. I'm watching The Eminence in Shadow right now, and that one's one of those shows where it's like the main character's overpowered, but he doesn't want you to know kind of story. And this one seems like it's going to be just like that. And I really like shows where the main character like does that, where he's overpowered, but he's trying to hide it, kind of deal. And yeah, I think that's probably all I got. I don't know about you guys. You have any other thoughts?
No, I mean, there's a couple shows that are going to be continuing playing during the season. That are carryover from the fall season, but I mean that'll mix in well with a lot of these other shows and help fill in the gaps for at least my viewing pleasure. But overall, I like that I don't have to add too many myself. So I'm sorry for you guys that you have that many interests, and I, just because I don't, and this for anyone watching, I don't want to seem like the Debbie Downer. Like, just because I don't like this, that doesn't mean you can't.
Of course,
yeah, of course,
and you guys know that for me. But like, as somebody watching this is just gonna be like, oh well, this guy just hates on everything. Like, no, like some of the stuff it just isn't for me. Like, it's not in my wheelhouse. It's not what I like. I like superpowers and action, and on the flip side of that, I like romance, but like I just don't like overly etchy, like over sexualized like characters. Right. Unless it's like really super comedic, like High School DxD, like that is
I was gonna say
hilarious.
Kill
la Kill, High School of the Dead.
Yeah.
Kaiju.
Oh
yeah. Oh, Keijo. Yeah.
Keijo. That hilarious.
Yeah.
Out of this world for me. But yeah, I mean, to each their own, really. Like, I mean, there's something out there for everybody. It's just I have other interests like that aren't necessarily like only just anime, so I gotta like spread my time in other places. So, but
yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think if you guys got nothing else, we can go ahead and wrap up this episode. It was
you guys got anything that you're trying to accomplish before the next episode, or where are we at?
For me, I'm probably going to start either reading. So I was like a little over 20 chapters into Undead Unluck, so I'm either going to keep reading that, or I'll dive into Mashal. But I want to read both of those pretty quickly here before they get their anime. Gaming wise, like I still got to be God of War, and I still got to be Pokemon Scarlet. So I just got to focus on working on that. And yeah, that's about it for me. How about you, Marty?
There's the eternal struggle to catch up on Witch Watch.
Yeah.
Other than that, finish up the shows for this season, catch up on what I'm behind on that I want to finish still. And for video games, not too much right now. Still got to finish God of War, but I'm scared of the Dreckies.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them.
No, well, that ain't even that. Those things are not even going to be your biggest problem if you ain't going to get past those.
2.
I'm just telling you now. I'm just telling you now. You're gonna have a. You're gonna. If you're crying about those now, you're gonna cry like tears of blood later.
And I will.
I love it.
I'm just saying. Like I played some of that. I played like a lot of that on easy, and on easy, and I'm like, Marty is not gonna like this. like this would be abysmal on hard. Like,
Yeah.
God, I hate the Trekkies.
Anything else besides that, Marty?
Nothing that comes to mind anyway. Probably.
Okay. If you think of something, you can talk about in the next episode. Fabian, how about you?
Me, I'm just trying to wrap up Golden Kamuy and maybe start Twin Star Exorcist manga.
Okay.
As far as my like manga list has been going, I got a manga and anime thing going right now. Oh, this thing expanded pretty well. As soon as I finish this, I will be on to Twin Star, and then Seraph at the end, Blue Exorcist, World Trigger, and then I will have read every ongoing series since I started this mission that's on the Shonen Jump app.
Nice. So
getting closer.
Nearly there. Nearly there. Not too much left. That's good.
And
you gotta finish Ra.
I still gotta watch all these shows. Ra. Added some other ones. Hajime no Ippo. I would like to finish these within the next year. Like, these are like my number one priority. The only thing is that they're removing Justice League Unlimited off of HBO Max. So I think at January 31st. So I have the month to watch those one last time. I mean, I could buy them on Blu-ray, but
yeah, but it'd be nice to watch with your son too. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I might start it on Sunday. I mean, we watched a couple episodes, but it's just, if you guys didn't know, they added a little like opening thing to like say rest in peace to Kevin Conroy at the first episode of the Justice League.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, I didn't know that.
So yeah, I don't think I don't have much in gaming. I mean, I know Dead Space comes out soon.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Dead Space comes out next month.
Basically the end of January.
I would have liked to beat the original trilogy before the release of that game, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it in the month. I've never beaten 2 and 3, never even booted them up. I've played the first one, I think, at least 3 times. One of my favorite games ever. But I just feel like I got to do things chronologically,
No, yeah. It's one of those where you can do that, but at the same time, I would say you just need to beat the first game because it's just a remake of the first game or a remaster or whatever. But I get that you want to beat 2 and 3 as well.
Yeah, I just like to do the comparison or whatever. And then
sure.
The other games that I'm trying to like finally beat are the Resident Evil games that lead up to Resident Evil 4. So Resident Evil 0.
Yeah, that's coming soon.
Veronica and 4. So I would like to play the original 4 before the new one comes out in, I think, February.
Is it February?
No, I think it's March.
March, okay.
And then after that, like Jedi Survivor comes out, and I really like Jedi Fallen Order, so that's another one on my radar. And then Spider-Man 2 is supposed to come out this year, probably in the fall.
Yep. Yeah.
I just keep adding to the pile.
I'd
like to play The Witcher since the new PS5 version came out.
Oh yeah, got the graphic update, right?
We should do our little list for what we're trying to look out for our lists or like backlogs, that stuff that's going to go into the backlog that we're trying to do next year.
Infinite backlog.
That's the whole purpose of the show, is to encourage ourselves and you listening / watching to just finally watch or play that game / show that you haven't gotten to yet.
We'll come out with tips and tricks like not playing multiplayer games.
Don't play video games with your friends.
Don't ever talk to your family.
Don't have a life, basically, and then you could beat your backlog.
Exactly. All right. Well, I think that's really it. So,
all right,
wrapped up here around like 2 hours and 50 minutes. So a little shorter than the last time.
Yeah, a little less, but great discussion. I had a great time. Thanks, everyone, for listening / watching. Give us a like, subscribe if you enjoy our content, and then comment down below what shows you're hyped for the winter 2023 season, and then also for even the April one or the spring season. Let us know what you liked about Jump Fest, like what you're looking forward to. And yeah, do you guys have anything else you want to throw out there?
Nope. Just keep digging in the backlog.
Marty?
No.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night. And Merry Christmas to you at home.
Happy holidays.
Christmas.